because the A and the E is interchangeable. That will bring you to the plus B, meaning where you then bring in something better than ever before by utilizing the creative self, the creative you, by utilizing the who, which is the creative what? Force. That then will establish the who it is that you really what? Are. That will come from your root, your very what? Soul. Does anybody have a copy of the Q&A book available online? Like, in other words, I want somebody to pull the question and answer book for me, please.
Give me a second, Chief. I'm on it.
Okay. The book I wrote. Now, while the being is looking for the question and answer book, I will continue on by telling you all that plus B will lead you to the equal sign that you will then find C. And when you see, you are free. And C will come through the proper communication and cooperation and conformity and the caring and the charm and the charisma of us all. Because every one of the C words belong to who? To us. And when you see, you are free, because then you are well on your way to finally making the circle whole again and putting away the C to where there will be no more C. When you realize you are not the 12 tribes of Israel. You are not the 12 tribes of Ishmael. All of these 12 tribes came about through a deception put in place by a woman whose name was Rebecca in reference to the children of Israel. It's where our family got split in half. Are you understanding me? And don't believe me, but check it out. Not only does all the C words and in the C words where you find charm, charisma, cooperation, all that belongs to us, but don't forget confusion and chaos is also in that. That we have been plagued by for centuries now. And confusion means that you stand against fusion. This is what has been happening to the Nubian man and woman on the shores of the wilderness of North America now for far too long. Anybody who talks separation and or disunity is the devil. If you are against the coming together as a people, you failed before we started. How can you succeed if you are divided amongst yourselves before you take step one? So we don't use division. And we definitely don't use subtraction. Because division and subtraction will make you weak. For there's strength in what? Numbers. And don't forget, numbers is what make up, watch, supreme grand mathematics. And it is we, the Jabarian, who brought with us algebra, the science of mathematics itself. While our formula goes A plus B equals C, their formula goes Z plus Y equals X. Because under that X, they wanted everything that was divine to remain unknown. And they made a mockery of us by making a movie called X-Men. We're not X-Men. And nor are we mutants. We are C-men. C-men. Don't you understand? For metamorphical creatures. Metamorphosizing from one state to yet another. And it is now yours turn to rise as the butterflies and diamonds that you are. Our sisters being the butterflies and our brothers being the diamonds. A diamond comes from a black rock called a piece of coal being placed into the bowels of the earth under thousands of pounds of pressure. That's the penitentiary that our brothers are now suffering in right here and what? Now. That then will crystallize and become the hardest known substance to man. That when placed into the hands of a jeweler, who will cut away those jagged edges and polish the diamond, and then place it into a proper setting, will cause that
Chief, you dropped off, Chief. Everybody still there?
I'm here.
Yeah, shout it out. I'm still here, bro.
Yeah, but I don't hear nobody else.
Yeah, Chief dropped off. If y'all don't know,
Chief ain't dropped.
Call,
you gonna tell me I dropped those. You don't see that shit? Are y'all there?
We here, Chief. We waiting on you.
Wait a minute, what the hell's going on?
You got off for 1 second. I'm trying to mute that call. That call with that background noise. Everybody mute your phones with the background noise. I accidentally muted Chief by accident. So you got background noise. Please mute your call, please.
Why do they put erasers on pencils? Why do they put erasers on pencils?
Because we all make a mistake.
There you go. Don't beat yourself up for that. Just back up and start over what?
Again.
Excellence occurs when you, listen, excellence is displayed by virtue of the fact that when we at the OSOICE make a mistake, we have to move immediately to correct it. Are you understanding me?
Overstand.
That is the motion of excellence. And I want you all to know we are the epitome of that excellence. The epitome of that royalty. The epitome of that intellect, outellect, and intellect. The epitome of that, watch, information, outformation, and now what? Midformation, by which you all now sit and hear and speak. Bringing to this planet, listen, a balance like never before. For it is we, and there is no one else.
That's right.
Who build and destroy. Who build and destroy us.
Oh, shit.
And you talk in terms of freedom. Freedom belongs to you merely because, watch, I say so. And mean it.
Amen.
When I say you are free, guess what?
Free.
You're free. So, Davis, man, let me tell you something. They better be scared. Be very scared. I'm not in fear of them. I'm in fear of what, listen, I'm in fear of what I will do to them as the God that I am. I'm in fear of the day where I don't have no more mercy on their corruption and on the crimes that they have committed against us. We're going to take and put the entire United States government on trial, raise them on charges. In the world, what? Courtroom. And then the universal one. We're going to go to the highest authority, who is my great-great-grandfather himself. And on the day the trumpet shall be blown, the blue-eyed guilty shall be gathered together. Which is not long now, because all of you and us and them will undergo what is called Yom Kiyam, the day of standing, Yom Din, the day of judgment, and Yom Achin, the last day. Well, after that, there will be no more days. Because you all fucked up when you started counting the days of your life, which was never supposed to occur. That's what gave you mortality instead of immortality. Don't you see it when my father asked, listen, Daoud, who you call King David, counted the men in the army. What happened? Talk to me, I talk back.
I just got back on, Chief.
I have a question, Master Teacher.
What is the question?
Shaddah Da.
What is it? Shaddah Da.
Freedom from what? You're saying that's free from
question.
what?
First off, I said, seek for the truth and you will find it. And the truth will make you, not set you. The truth will make you what? Free. Ain't that what I said a long time ago?
Sure.
It's real easy. I'm happy to hear that finally somebody stood up and said, free from what? It's easy to know what you will be made free of. You want to know how you find out? Really want to know how you find out? Yes or no?
Yes. How? Yes.
Now, if freedom is the agent that will free you, right? All you have to know what is binding you and placing you in a bondage is to ask yourself, what is the opposite of what? Because bondage is the opposite of freedom, correct?
Yeah, correct.
If truth is what's freeing you, all you have to ask yourself is, what's the opposite of truth?
Opposite of truth.
A lie.
A lie.
So don't you see, by knowing the truth, you're free. Because 85% of the battle is already won merely by being properly informed. And there is no one on the planet that has a more powerful information than us. Don't you see that?
It's true.
Sure.
You'd be surprised those beings who are listening to us. I got people at the NSA quitting their jobs. So you want me to tap Jesus' line? Are you crazy?
Right.
At the FBI saying, fuck you, I'll quit. You motherfuckers out your mind. Y'all don't know that's him?
Okay.
And y'all want to fuck with Jesus? You want to fuck with the Messiah? Are you out your motherfucking what? Minds? People in their own governmental agency quitting their job, listening to these conference calls. Are you understanding?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Because most of them are devout Christians. You didn't know that? Most of them are devout Christians. Don't fool yourself. This entire country, at its foundation, you will find Christianity at its highest. Correct? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So what does that tell you?
Yes.
When they find out, all of them find out I'm here, what the fuck is really going to happen to their system then?
Well,
They gonna be telling the president, kiss my motherfucking what? Ass. You ain't the chief of nothing. You don't know how to govern us. It's obvious. Because if you knew how to govern us and this country and this world, then this planet would not be in the shape it is now in, and there would have never been a need for a Messiah in the first place.
I know.
And if what you were doing was working, motherfucker, don't you think it would have worked by now?
Amen.
Exactly.
So your entire Constitution is worthless. Your entire, conditions that you call laws are worthless. You create a condition called laws, Mr. America, Captain America, that doesn't have a mighty shield anymore. Why? Because your truth is being destroyed and ripped apart from its root.
Yep.
We know that I didn't die on the cross. All the people know now.
Okay.
And they're finding out more and more every day.
Hey.
Which is attacking your system at its very root.
Yep.
Because when you take away, Jesus died on the cross for your sins, now you have a bunch of people who have to stand up and be responsible for what it is they done.
Yep.
That's right.
Now don't you?
That's correct.
What happened through Christianity is they created a big, cop-out. Where they said, well, okay, if Jesus subconsciously, don't you see what that doctrine did? It said if Jesus died on the cross for your sins subconsciously, that's what kept you sinning. Because you say, why? All I got to do is say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. And listen, because Jesus died on the cross for my sins, I'm forgiven. And so it's all right, for me to go get drunk tonight and do whatever the fuck I want. Why? Because tomorrow I'll go to church, bow my head, and everything's going to be fine, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, damn it don't work like that.
No,
Every one of you motherfuckers, I'm talking to the whole planet now, is responsible for the wrong that you have done. And you will be made to answer for that. All that shit they talked about, free will, ain't no free will unless you exercise your will in the right direction. Because if you exercise your will in the wrong direction, there's a price tag attached to that you will pay. And not one will escape that judgment. And don't think you're getting away with nothing. Let me ask you a question. What puts sound on a cassette tape?
You do.
Magnetism.
Magnets, right?
Right.
When you press play and record, you will see a magnet come up and press the tape, correct?
Correct.
Which then will give you sound, right? Recorded sound on that tape that you can then rewind, correct?
Correct.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, what puts imagery? What puts imagery on a VHS tape?
Magnetism.
Along with sound. Magnets, correct? I've already told you your planet is surrounded by an electromagnetic field, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
So don't you see your book of life, the book of life, is being recorded by virtue of that electromagnetic field. Everything you all are doing is being recorded now, and has been recorded since as far back as when, what you call time first began. When you first fucked up and said the first second tick. Them motherfuckers fucked up. They called their first unit in time a second, thinking that no one would ever come along and see that wasn't right to do. You can't start nobody out with the second thing first and tell them that that's cool. You follow me?
Right.
It was a deception since day one. Time does not fucking exist. All of you all on this planet have been living your lives by the tick and the tock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Forgetting that there's a rest that exists in between. Tick rest, tock rest, tick rest, tick tock. You see, and let me tell you something. It's in the rest that you will find the rest of it. You have to learn to read in between the lines now. They call. Yes, sir. What's the question? Right.
So if between the tick and the tock, humans call it the second. So what about the first? If there's a first, because there's a second, then the first is the now.
The first thing you should have known is you ain't had no business counting the days of your life in the first fucking place. A Gregorian calendar? Are you out of your mind? The damn thing was created by a gargoyle whose name was Gregory.
So are you saying as soon as we record? So are you saying as soon as we signed the contract of time, we signed our death warrant?
Right. That's when you started dying. That's when you gave away your mortality, your immortality. And all of y'all who are paying attention to time so dearly, you better stop. I don't even know what month it is, let alone what day. That's right, because time ran out a long time ago when the truth, listen, time ran out a long time ago when the truth started being told. The Father came and unlocked the 7 seals in 1970. Their time was up, not our time, their time.
Chief, question. Chief.
Yeah, what's up?
Earlier you were talking about basketball, and you were saying it's 5 on the court, but today's date is 5/5/2019.
Why you think I'm letting you know, baby boy? Not knowing now, nigga. Because they done fucked up.
Yep.
Stupid motherfuckers be very scared of a little motherfucker named me. So I'm going to show you what a little motherfucker can do, Mr. America, if indeed you fuck with us. Because that central sun that is beneath your feet belongs to me. That's who. 5,000, listen, 7,000 feet up underneath you. Don't forget, motherfucker, there is a central sun, which is considered a nuclear what? Y'all better leave me alone.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, Chief.
Unless y'all want to see the lights go out real fucking what? Quick.
Right.
Bang! This is all you will hear, nigga, and everybody back to the equal realm. And the one thing I won't tell you is, see, I told you.
I told you.
Okay.
Now, that's for all you good motherfuckers who want to think. I'm talking to the motherfuckers who's listening to us on the line, fucking with our phone, and fucking with the things that we know that we are going to do with or without a motherfucking punk act. What I mean by that, man, let me tell you something. This time, I come to the entire globe. I don't come just to my own, because the last time I came to my own, but my own received me not. So now I'm coming to the entire world. Both blacks and what? Whites. Both Nubians and Caucasians. Both, check this out. Children of Elmer and Ra, and both children of the Canaanites, Amorites, Hittites, Hivites, who come from us. And there's a difference between the Canaanite, Hivite, Hittite, then in between them and being a member of Ashtar Command. And Ashtar Command being is not the same as a Amorite, Canaanite, Hittite, because the Amorites come from us. Ashtar Command comes from the outer Barren star constellation. You follow that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So every white person you see, check this out, is not our enemy. Because again, Amorites, Canaanites, Hittites come from what? Us. They're our family, whether you like it or what, not.
Right.
And if if somebody's coming and it comes time for the whole family to run, you better grab one of the little white boys' hands. Why? Because them white boys can't jump.
Right.
And that's your little brother, whether you like it or not. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So all of you motherfuckers that want to be out there and become intellectual goddamn dummies, you do it on your own time. Thinking you know so goddamn much.
That's
Okay.
right. No one wins.
And what I'm saying is, okay, don't mate with their asses. I'm not saying to have a baby with one. But you done that anyway, damn fool, so what the fuck?
Right.
Okay.
You done already mixed the seed with them.
Pretty much.
You done already fucked that up.
Okay.
To the point that your seed is no longer pure, it's here today anyway. So you want to sit around and talk about how you got a 9, motherfucker. Let me tell you something. You wouldn't even know what 9 even was had my father not told you.
That's correct.
When you start a whole new breed of, racism and all that other shit right there, when you start, you really better know you can't take away from the all stupid ass.
Okay.
How you going to take away from the all and still be the all? Damn fool.
Oh.
Just like if they try to remove us from this planet, how the fuck are they going to survive?
Okay.
The all will cease to exist, you motherfucking nuts. Y'all better leave the all the fuck alone before the all consumes you as it already has. Because all of us are in the all, whether we like it or what, not. Now, can somebody get the Q&A book, please?
I got it, Chief.
Turn to page 55 and read out loud.
Yes. 55. And it says,
now you all pay close attention to this. Close attention.
Coming from Series B, which means to be just that, serious. See? Series B, be serious. Same thing, which is wisdom. Al-Hikmah. But at the same time, the wise always sit to still in faith, having faith in the Most High, who has created us all and provided for us all a gift called wisdom's way, as the royal provider of it all, while wisdom so places its trust in this time. The whole way being a wise child or elder, procreation process, unshaken because of this factor, while factoring in continuously what is wise, even still not moving 1 inch towards stupidity, never. And why? Because it sees clearly the ability always unique, the emotet, nor does it waste not one moment of its time until it reaches the heart and minds of all people. For wise is wisdom way, and the way of wisdom is always wise. Seasoned in its clarity, priceless, perfect, and also precise, its words can be failing to speak, never, while at the same time it promotes, implies, and perpetuates a science which is called silence. So clear. Keep going, Chief.
Yeah, nigga.
Knowing, however,
perpetuates a thing called silence that you hear so clear. And do you know how much can be communicated through silence? And let me tell you something. I'm putting out a book called The Power of Nothing. Now read.
Yes, sir. Knowing, however, that in silence many words can speak, or it has already spoken out. Also to the masses and multitudes, while it does all this being unique and different from anything else, to the highest level and more just for you. It's true, loving you with all kindness, true, like you have never experienced, for it knows that yet and still it has communicated this love, like no other, without one word being said, or with all words that needed to be said, having been to all sisters and brothers everywhere, as the poor making many rich, as sorrow the brightest, that bringeth such joy. Wisdom so is.
What?
Not
as
rich
the
in
poor
corn.
making many what? Listen,
Rich.
Back that up. Read one sentence back. Read again.
As the poor making many rich, as sorrow that bringeth such joy. Wisdom so is.
Read.
Not rich in coin, gold, or silver, or here today in paper called currency, but rich in the way of life that all can see is long-lasting. For a long wind so blows their way, being the breath of life itself that keeps them living and breathing. The right way which each step they take from the start to finish line that makes them so different. The blind who see not the walls that they bump into.
Eternally, forever, damn it, forever. Forever. Ain't no clock in that, now read.
Instead, these see very clearly the long and winding road up ahead that they know that only wisdom so gives. The eyes to see, ears to hear, the singing of the song that is sung only by angelic beings in A or E natural, with rhythms and tones that reverberate immaculately, with a reverb that is a proverb that acts continuously. Yes, I got mine. Yes, master. See?
Come on now, read.
Meaning Ray, meaning to do again, right? And verbs means an action word. While in a debate, you have pros and cons, where the pros stand for the issue and the cons stand against it, right? Now is the right knowledge, yes or no? And what was it that I said with the reverb that is a proverb, right? That acts continuously, right? Meaning an action word that stands for and not against action all the time. Because that is what wisdom is, in time and time again, being the infinite, the eternal forever, whatever fits your need, there to please, in an all-wise, right, and exact way, with pleasure never saying never, like a surgeon's scalpel, cutting away that which is false, truth at its finest and its highest degree and level, always to be prized, still, and is well placed in places like waters that run deep. So now always, that is, the now or wherever you may be, in no way dies, it fails to speak, with or without words, capiche? Nor will it ever fail you in any shape, form, or fashion, while it speaks in a mission where there are so many lives at stake, all hanging in the balance, waiting on each work, all depending upon its wisdom, the wise for goodness sake, and for survival and what wisdom has to say, each day, today. And what wisdom here is to bring about. What is long-awaited change, and what wisdom has to create, which is truth and justice for all, forcing it into a reality and into place, which is in the place to be. Do you think so? Coming from the real T.O.P. for all this time, that produces tranquility everywhere, that's real and on its way. So help me God. Who? ATUN-RE and my Father. Do you feel me? And not a minute too late. While always being totally at peace with itself, oftentimes in silence, all while it never attempts to circumvent its responsibilities or its own way. And why? For it knows your need to be so very great. While wisdom also knows also, for this, it must always teach to meet its obligation, becoming the master teacher in all circles as it speaks, who as the master teacher is made available to you all within reason to heal through teaching continuously by forever and always coming to be to meet the need, the whole time, but only naturally and never forced, coming right your way, all because of just one word, which is need, within itself, that is so great belonging to you. Being and becoming. See Genesis 3:22 in part, and it reads, Then the Lord said, Behold, now the man has become like one of us to know good and evil. From the caterpillar to the butterfly, that does not know it will one day fly, having wings that are so beautiful in color, being our mothers, sisters, and daughters. From the piece of coal to the diamond, being a rock, black in color, that is so placed into the bowels of the earth. Is our brother, put under put under thousands of pounds of pressure, only to one day surface, becoming a being, finally, a man who has become a god, being now forever wisest and hardest known substance to man, forever now, so shining, after so being cut and polished by the master's hand, and then becomes for the whole planet, meaning all parties involved, the cure, which is the whole of the peace, and nothing but the peace, so help me God, once again, who is ATUN-RE, himself, and my Father, who is never incomplete or just a piece of a piece, while you all and everyone need the whole, that here today you are still need not run from, which is mission complete in any way in this day and time. But instead being and becoming one day at a time until one day just like him and wise. Just because each day today, just because each day, today, the wise still so follow wisdom's way, not trying to reinvent or circumvent the way that has already so tried and tested, proven to work. One day at a time, till one day so cometh the sunshine in this three-dimensional world. Question, why hasn't the 144,000 risen as of yet? Answer, because the devil has been attacking the center of everything.
Stop.
And why?
Stop. Now, see that question? Go back, read that question again, and then start reading slower, because I want everyone to hear the answer to this question. Now, notice what the question is, y'all. Read.
Why hasn't the 144,000 risen as of yet? Answer, because the devil has been attacking the center of everything. And why? Because he knows the center seat belongs to me, and he is scared. So what he is doing to keep you all from rising is he is taking the center of just about all things out. You see, because the formula to your rising is here, is there in Genesis 3:22. See in part, and it reads, Genesis 3:22. Then the Lord God said, behold, now man has become like one of us to know good and evil. But keep in mind that this is a three-dimensional world, meaning that here one thing is missing. See it? Which is what sits in between. Meaning Genesis 3:22 paints only two things. See? Genesis 3:22 in part. It reads, then the Lord God says...
Wait a minute. Wait. That's the devil. That noise is the devil. Mute your background, damn it. Mute your phone out. That's a direct order. Now, only the reader. Take your phone out of mute.
Yes, sir.
Brother, you there?
Yes,
what
I'm
I need
here.
you to do now is back up, and start from the beginning of the last paragraph and read.
But keep in mind, this is a three-dimensional world, meaning that here one thing is missing. See it? Which is what sits in between. Meaning Genesis 3:22 paints only two things. See? Genesis 3:22 in part, it reads, then the Lord God said, behold, now the man has become like one of us to know good and evil, with good being one thing and evil being the other. See it? Good, evil, two things, right? You see, because it's real easy to mark and so find a resting place where the examiner can say, I have so found a resting place, and my confusion is when I ask what sits in between hot and cold. Because it's real easy for the intellectual mind to say, then warm. Or if I say what sits in between here and there, for the intellectual mind to say that which is neither here nor there. See? Easy. But what if I say what sits between light and darkness, good and evil, or God and the devil? Now it becomes a horse of a different color, now doesn't it? Because now it is not so easily figured out. Now is it? And why are those three things? God and the devil, good and evil, light and darkness. Because those are the three things the devil knows that we Nubian people would pay the most attention to here today, right or wrong. And the funny thing is, what sits in between in each of those categories is the very same thing in all three slots. That is just sitting there hiding. And the devil and his Luciferian ally, which is none other than, that's right, Ashtar Command, who are the same beings that approached Hitler in the year 1945, because they are confused coming from the Aldebaran star constellation. And why do I say that? Because the devil has his team, knows exactly what they are here to do, which is party all the time, and at anybody's and everybody's expense, meaning they don't care who they hurt, just so long as they get their nut off. Never mind who it hurts, never mind whose life I just did away with. I'm a snake and a demon, and what do you think I was here to do anyway, is the mentality. So where these types are all around you, every day and everywhere you go, some being a little smoother than others, but basically that's what page these fools are on. While on the other hand, Ashtar Command, they are the confused, standing for and not against confusion, which is separatism. Don't fool yourself. See, confusion, meaning they stand against fusion, which is unity or coming together in any way. So what stands in between light and darkness? The confused. So what stands in between good and evil? The confused. So what stands in between God and the devil? The confused. See? So what you have here is the devil has been playing around with the very roadmap that he knew you all would need to get you down the road and back to the bosom of the Most High by saying things like 2, 4, 6, 8 is even. Even? And if that's not true, because how is it that two odds can produce an even, but two evens can't produce an odd? That's not even at all, and the devil knows. Since the beginning of what you call time, what moves like starting you all out with the second thing first and then hiding the first thing away from you. That's how. To where it is right there that he has messed with the very formula. Don't you see? That was created to cause 144,000 of you in this day and time to rise, to become as one of us. So what it should have read in Genesis 3:22 is, the Lord God being the Most High amongst them, who is the Elohim, who is Hua Anu, said, behold, now the man has become like one of us, to know good, to be which is agreeable, and evil, Rah, which is disagreeable, and what exists in between, which is the confused, Ashtar Command. And when you say command or commandment, what you are saying is same-sex union, act of two men called here today homosexuality, that is meant to be. See, co, meaning two, man, meant, which meant, meaning meant to be. See, same thing. And had the devil left this quote, Genesis 3:22 alone, the 144,000 of you would have risen a long time ago. So are you saying, back up, question, are you saying that Ashtar Command here to spread confusion? Are you saying that Ashtar Command is here to spread confusion? Answer, yes. Covertedly is exactly what I'm saying, because that's what they stand for. That only the wise could see or say in this way in this day and time, making this the struggle strong and so embraced, that is moving forever faster in compliance, here now a day, with each word and step that it takes, while being so happy to be all wise, right and exact in every way, forever in his image and after his likeness. Whose image? The Ancient of Days, all done with the facts, selflessly, while liking to be the very whole of it and not just a piece, while teaching the whole way perfectly, others to be a master teacher, also themselves. Wow, wisdom is the name. Wisdom is the name. You feel me? For it is the name that always continues to be wise, nevertheless pretending to be oh so wise in the lick. Never messing in the shit anyway, while it is sure to hit all the right nerves with each word that it has to say. At being right up in front, at being right up in head of the mix, for never pretending to be something that it isn't. Like dumb while being smart and wise, or smart while being dumb or pretending to be. But still it stands innocently, however by being willing to learn, which is wisdom without measure. Then, after doing so, being willing to teach, reminding all to be forever caring and compassionate, while remembering all it has so learned with each step that it takes and has taken all the way. From failure to success, from tribulation to triumph, from pain to pleasure, from procrastination to enthusiasm, also without measure, from the loss to the win. And the game which is not a game, that it may so find itself in where the wind blows so powerfully, hard, but proud, strong, perfectly, pure, that purifies all the good that you can't see, but you can and feel, knowing for sure that it is there. In fact, to the fullest degree, while it so brings the facts like no other that are all clear to see. Like each leaf that falls from the trees right before winter, so cometh that has been so gathered by the seasons that change, the wind that so bloweth, and the wisdom of it all, that showeth itself to each to be and how to live. With each step that wisdom so takes, with each movement that wisdom so makes, being that so and so forth for all the whole way, with each word that it has to say, bringing its very best plate to the table, never a cane, always an able, for simply saying, I'm able, are you, to those who may want to use an excuse. While the feel of this
to not become a part of what it is you're supposed to. Now read.
While the feel of this shows itself to all who look to see that the energy at first drips and trickles down, 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 but still never failing to show itself there to be there always. While the words of peace and love it continuously has to speak and say out to the world, that the ears may hear and the heart may speak also. And why? Because this world is so disdained to...
You see, that's what you tell the world. Just tell them loud too. Just bring it from one mountaintop to the next, from sea to side to sea, from one shore to the next. Shut it down. Let them know that peace and love has now come. Read.
Because this world is so disdained to grow into a place that is lacking fear in every way, that so now and that then cares enough to carry only love to the place where it is then so needed to be the very most, to heal and wipe the tears falling from the face that are so falling many in number for the moment. Down for only a moment that may seem to all to be like an eternity, while this planet and all who are on it so moves to free itself from the tears that are falling, so many number and so many number. Hold on. Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Wow.
If you don't feel that, something's wrong with you. You're dead on your inside.
Yeah.
If that don't touch the heart center, nothing will. Read.
Yes, sir. From the head down to the heart, from the very heart center, only to be made...
Stop. I want everybody, wait a minute. I want everybody in the listening audience to pay very close attention now to what's being said. Pay very close attention. Brother, read slower and read clear.
Yes, sir.
Read.
from the head down to the heart, to the very heart center, only to be met by the sacrifice that is a secret and so held, sacred of a scale being the lady in wait, with whom you know it's balanced to be true, correct, and accurate, never to fail. That then sentences the two in this three-dimensional world, heart in the head this time. This is after the head was so made to bow down to mind, to then come down from its lofty place and spot, but still never dropping in its responsibility to maintain all. For the heart to then be made to move from the chest upwardly, checking and then checkmating the head, to then become one with the crown, to be the very best it can be. And when, right now, for having traveled the bumpy road and having so survived. So the two now are no longer apart from wisdom way, being bold, both head and heart, as well as heart and head, headed the right way, and now expressed fully all the way there, being perfectly balanced with all that was once not balanced, now put away for good, and the good of us all, having no argument or negative thing to say whatsoever. And on that day, the wisdom so found love, which is right here with us now, with us all in all, the right place, the right places, with all the right things to say, with each word divine, right, real, and purely royal, while the two, both head and heart and head, are both now one, so bold, made to cooperate, in pure harmony, that is yet still to come, in us all, and on its way here with each word you hear me say, right here and now. Having been only to be the lost, having become found, the dumbfounded, by the way pure love was so rendered that day to them both. Here in this three-dimensional world, head and heart, heart and head, out of the all, in the all, where now and forevermore. The heart, the head in heart, heart and head.
Love. In the day that wisdom finds love. Now go ahead, read.
The head and heart,
read.
Heart and head, both cooperate forever, so that through this they too can be made whole and aware of their true calling that soon they find out is all-consuming forever. Now don't you think so? With each tear that falls, that so on and on so follows, forever crying in a state like never before, with a powerful pouring that is profound with tears, falling and falling and falling. That so stops for a minute, only to start again, coming and taken from places deep within that are oh so way deep down. You know the ones, both joy and pain, for both right and wrongs having been done, whose hill is real steep, that must be climbed, for the sour and the sweet again, and again that makes all come to respect both the name of joy and pain. Now, don't you all?
Read.
That conveniently creates a state that is forever humble at its purest level, so humbly by the memory and experience of it all, that only you and God overstand and come to know. And the day that you are so made to stand upright and become El Hanifa, the upright, that is to you, that is to and for you, that is forever always creating, also a time which is not too late for all, that you should come to know and experience the hands that cry for them too as well. Also both head and heart, heart and head, that so carries them to a place pure, that you better bet can carry you if you but let them, to a cleaning and cleansing state called a purging of the heart, soul, and mind, that only 3 words, conscribable, the feelings of which are pure, forever, and cleansing. On the highest level, from point A to point B, they don't mind these tears to fall. In fact, they agree with it and are well pleased to cry that way, the whole way to where they just fall and lay there to cry some more as they so make their journey to where they can finally see everything that they never saw, but should have with their eyes wide open, but yet still closed.
And
now,
that's when the filth, that's when the filth is wiped away. It's the cleansing. It's the purging. I'm talking about when you cry, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about when you cry. The type of cry that you don't never cry. That you ain't never cried before. To each being who has come in contact with me is due for. And many of you have already experienced. Don't tell me, because I already know. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Indeed.
Now read.
Everything that they never saw but should have with their eyes wide open but yet still closed now, so that they can see what is this all about. With all the mistakes that they have made, that now they have to learn from, and answer to that cannot be ignored, for it is their very own soul that now so cries out to the ancients of days, that no one can ignore, and one day they must come to meet, called heaven on earth, while holding the key of the Anunnaki themselves, because with each tear that falls, wisdom so sits, very wisely to share in the wealth of itself, while it calls and calls and calls out to them, all for having been made so aware, if in nothing else but the memory of what happened that day, with self so properly aligned with self. That's because of he so calls on everyone to become members again, both near and far, here and there, along these shores, and as well as overseas, because they so hold the key, which was in a phrase that was so given to them, which is, say it with me, I will remember everything.
Yes,
I will remember everything.
The key to the kingdom of heaven itself has just been rendered to each and every one of you. You will not lose the key. You will not forget what has been said today. This will stick to your ribs, niggas. In the worst way. You'll find yourself thinking about these words again and again and again. When you least think they're there, they will rise again in your soul. Taking you to the floor, taking you down, making you submit to what you know is right. What you know, wisdom delivers to what you know. No one else other than the wise can so speak. And read, nigga.
With each tear that falls being just a raindrop that came only to fall with the prefix being re, which means to do again. That while crying explains it all, while its root word being member, like for member only, see, member, becoming a member again, same thing. Be it in the Nubian Islamic Hebrew Mission, the Ansuru community, the Holy Tabernacle Ministries, or the Sons of the Green Light, or even the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek or the AEO. It doesn't matter. But so refined this time, and rightly so. Creating and choosing a new name to be whatever we want to be called, as long as it shows who we are and how serious we are about it. Never to be experienced the cross of yesterday ever again, or the double cross of today with the crisscross that will make you jump, and then turn everything backwards of tomorrow, which is a day that never comes, as well as the cold twist that goes on in any and every direction whatsoever it may want to choose to take, with fancy shoes on, even that we know to have holes in and on the bottom of that are made for us and by us, and that we refuse to wear any more or any further to experience ever again, any of that not here or there, for it is no longer yours ever again or ever no more. While we also move back towards greatness, never to be exposed as phonies. And why? Because we can't be, because our love is pure and so ready and so rendered, real to all, led by the Ancient of Days himself, who is God in the flesh, while I and my Father are one, and no one will make it to the Father or go any further except by way of me, which is so old, each word, but forever, hua, anews, to whom he so gives the authority to, whomsoever he so fits to, so speak them out of the world, for having authored and wrote the book on it like I so now do. See? Being the day that love so comes wisdom's way, making us forever much more than just a name or an organization, as well as much more than friends than ever before. And why? Because they can't forget to forgive. That is, if they want to be forgiven that day that love so hits their hearts so hard, selflessly, that they remember in the way love is supposed to be given, gives of itself, share, and expresses its essence to those that need to be pure and unadulterated. In the day love so comes wisdom's way, and to them never to be forgotten, to make them one in the same love and wisdom, and in so doing never to fade away, surviving all, every storm and catastrophe, while it purifies with its rain, being a love supreme, so pure that did not fail to come, but came to rot it out. That right there, if you are hear the calling, that right here, if you hear the calling, that is calling you, be you're an old head or newcomer, with each word that had to be said, that I now say to you all, who don't hear, I ask, why did you join in the first place? Meaning, why did you come this far just to quit? Because if you were all strong then, why aren't you strong now? Where has it all gone? Has it faded away, or are you still that being? Then, if you are an old head, or do you see the truth? Knowing if to be and want to become like one of us. If so, then come and stand with me to rebuild as we make this organization once again what it's supposed to be, being something that Baba can come home and see and be proud of. As we all turn to get him out and make this real, because if not, what I have to say to you is that you are a phony, that you were a phony, then just like you are a phony now. Because if you can't see the relevance in what is it I'm saying right now, and through it see and hear all that you need to, something is wrong drastically. And now you did not care about my father or this organization in the way that you should have. And if you are a newcomer in the way you should be, because hold on, let me go back. And if you are a newcomer in the way you should be, because what we are looking for are dedicated people that, like I said, you should be in anything you get involved with, especially as a Nubian here today. That in the same way of here and now, never to be half right. And why? Because if you are just half right, you are equally half wrong, only to be wrong as two left shoes that are 3 sizes too small, which you should not be. With each word of wisdom that each of you right now so read, that in the same way that I right now so write. Wouldn't you agree? For in it, wisdom so makes a declaration of itself, of sound, right reasoning that is not selfish in any way at any time, and the all of it. For it is sound in mind, the becoming for you all the highest level of God's expression that exists, that so lives and loves along with the experience, being a very real thing in a very real way, a very alive situation that will never fade, disappear, disintegrate, or put plainly to just plain old and go away. Never. And why? Because it shouldn't, having an eternal life. For it is self-preserving in the correct way where it does not cross that line into a point of no return called selfishness in any way or at any time, which is all done selflessly also in the lick. And I kid you not. Having no penis envy whatsoever, never to be a lie or such about what I give birth to, possessing no question of quality, but still, however, possessing the quality to so question everything, the right way through and through, up and down, in and out, side to side, thoroughly, and each day to day, it lives in this day and time. For you all, and it does not mind, but minds still the Most High. At the same time, the whole way, while it does so in the name of the Most High God, and in its own name as wisdom and divine love, that then produces for us all a new day, and so provides coming from Hua Anu. Don't you think so? Which is coming from which it came. Same to all as the wisdom of the wise, the exact same thing, which is that class is so still in session. And why do you run and hide? Because only a fool ducks when the truth is thrown at them. That is, as long as living and life is still yours. While living is something that you all still want to do. That is the wise from amongst you, one and all being the beings who know that they will come to answer to this before it come what may and so long. So with that, the truth be told, it would be so very smart. In fact, all wise, right, and exact, and surrender to what you already know and are hearing and reading here today. Don't you think so? For be it speaking, spoken, written, or in silence, however wisdom so cometh to you, embrace it. For wisdom only comes in so less words that are written or spoken, more or less without mistake. Because in wisdom so says and dictates that in silence, you all can find just what it is you all have been looking for, which is an escape that will carry you. The forces of circumstances. Question, where? Answer, to the promised land that you all have been looking for but not finding. Question, escaping from what? Answer, from the first things, first the minute, the first second, ties away at bondage that most of you don't even know you are in or to exist. And when every day you wake up, how you like that for starters? Because in the back of your mind, something is so there and is bothering you that you just can't seem to put your finger on, true or false, every day. But still, however you feel it, meaning you feel the stick of it while every day is right there sticking you day in and day out, just there. But you can't figure out what it is or get it to go away or stop. And and how do you know? Because you can feel it. And meanwhile, all I have to do is ask you all just one question. That is, prove that it's there. That if you answer yes to you are lying, but if you answer no to I've shown it. And what is that question, may I ask? Are you happy? See? Because like I've said many times before, it's like wearing a pair of white tube socks that you on any given day are wearing with your tennis shoes. That you'll wear on any given day with your tennis shoes on. there you are walking down the block, and inside of your tennis shoes, inside of your socks, something starts to stick you. Oh yeah, can you feel it? It's there, but you just can't see it as you bend down to try. Some of us will stop and sit down and check thoroughly, pull the shoe off, run your fingers down through the sock, searching thoroughly to see if we can locate it or just see it. And still, no. We just don't see the little thing. We're not seeing it. We put the shoe back on, walk a little bit, a little further down the block, and it seems that it's not there to stick us any further. We put the whole thing out of our mind and start to walk again. Now, isn't that what we do? Then what do we do? Right. Then that's what we do? That's right. We continue to walk, to which at first we feel nothing, right? Then there, out of nowhere, there it is again, out of the blue, so to speak. And then what do we do? Some of us will stop again, take off the shoe, sock, off this time, search the little thing out. Looking through the sock with all we got, intricately, but only to find nothing. Then put the sock and the shoe back on and walk. Then a block and a half later, whoop, whap, bang, there it is again, sticking you and sticking, to which you know is true. And why? Because you can feel it, but you just don't see it. While what you are feeling every day that you wake up in the back of your head that you can't put your finger on to figure out what it is to get it to stop or go away, is the stick of bondage that I was talking about a couple of pages back when I started this section of the book. That's right, you know the one, bondage, that most of you don't even know that you are in, or the fact that it's real and really exists. Pop, let me get a drink of water real quick.
Yeah, now I want to say this.
Mute
your phones. Direct order. Mute your phones. The brother who's reading left his phone open, I would imagine. I want to say this while the brother's away. You all are talking about freedom. Don't you see? Freedom is already yours. Again, nobody ever took the time to say free from what? Just like here today, you will hear many things that if you want to get there to the hereafter, you're going to have to cooperate with us. Nobody has ever taken the time to say, hereafter what? And they hear the statement when they say the hereafter, equating that with heaven, which is all wise, right, and exact to do, because heaven will be here after you all find wisdom, after you all find your place in this forum of the wise, after you all find your places amongst the royal family of ancient minds. Take your place once again to specialize in the area of expertise that each of you carry, that each of you till this moment may not know what that area of expertise may be. And it will come because not only will, check this out, you experience the genetic explosion, all the information in your DNA and RNA strands will unlock. And then it will no longer spiral upward in a double helix. It will spiral upward in a circle. Because the resistance will be taken out. Don't you see when you create the double helix, then it goes up. As it crosses over, just like when they took the circle and they twisted it and made it look like the sideways number 8, they forgot that in that cold twist existed a thing called resistance. And resistance will never be fertile. Resistance will always be futile. Why? Because y'all can't resist this shit even if you try. Because where else you going to get it? Nowhere. I'm talking to all you good New Wapians over there with the rackapats and, following polite. Oh man, and my Uncle Omar, nigga, you all will start to come home also, because you'll realize there is no other home for you. And it is we, the OSOICE, was coming to visit you. Check this out. On Bushwick Avenue, where I will go in there and turn over each bookshelf and throw Zakina and Polite and Obar out on their necks and say, don't come back. You all are now on tribal way until further notice. Everyone knows about footsteps in the sand. Everyone knows that my father wrote it amongst us. But how many of you know how he was able to write it? Because we're talking about the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek. Because again, footsteps in the sand is talking from tribal way. Meaning, what we do when one of you refuses to cooperate and causes chaos and confusion once again amongst us, stop that noise, is we push you, we open the circle up, and we push you out in the desert. Not to die, but to stay your ass out there for a good little while so that you know and come to realize what it's like to be without fam, to be all alone in that heat. Not dead, but almost dying, to the point that you fall out from dehydration, your lips crack, and you're almost dead now. And then we send one from amongst us to go retrieve you. And that being comes with canteens of water, and he stands over you and says, have you had enough? At which time you have to say, yes, master, I'm sorry. And I'll do my very best to never let something like that happen again. And once you do say that, your slate is wiped, clean. And you will walk with the brother. And keep in mind how many days it took you to get that far out is how many days that brother got to walk also, right? So you go out there and you see the footsteps coming. What now? And he pick you up, he gives you some water, and y'all start to walking together. Let me tell you something. You got to walk all the way back now, back home. And it was a long time of coming. Because let me tell you something, tribal way is not something that any of you should want to experience. It is the worst of punishments. To come that close to death with a realization that you yourself had fucked up something so grand, so beautiful, called heaven right here on earth. To the point that we have to do something to keep that cancer from spreading again. That demon, because all it's going to take is for one of you motherfuckers to do one wrong thing. And that demon that we will lock up will come back and destroy our heaven that we have worked so hard to put here and to maintain. One thing. And so, as you're walking back, the two of you, again, those are 4 feet there. And you see 2 sets of footprints now, don't you? And then you only see one all the way home. You realize, after the realization, that indeed you have to ask the question, well, why did you leave me? And the brother said, no, I didn't leave you. That's when I carried you the rest of the way. And that brother has got to put his feet down into the footprints of those sands where each of his predecessors did it before him without moving one grain. Loving you the whole way, not caring about how heavy you are. And he too has got to suffer in your name now to keep you alive and not mine without complaint. And he has to do it by putting his foot down in the print of his predecessor without moving 1 grain, because to move 1 grain would be to dishonor those beings who were successful at doing this before him, which is the ancient way, which is the way of the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek. It is ours. It is who we are. It is divinity itself. I didn't make the way. I didn't create the order. The order was far older than all of us. Its way will not be frustrated. And that's why Anu himself, when I, for you all, asked that pain be taken out, you know the time when I said I felt, he said, and I will offer you. When I got the name Chronicin, y'all, you remember the story? I know you do. He said, I will allow you to do any one thing you want to. Me and my big mouth, I know what I want to do. What? I want the pain clause taken out of the contract. Why? Because I feel that whoever put it there was a barbarian. And Anu laughed because he's the one that put it there as a check and balance. He said, that's yours because he gave me his word. There will be no more pain, y'all, because of what it was. I approached my great-grandfather and asked, I don't want y'all to experience no more pain. No more pain at childbirth. No more having to pick your food through thorns. That's over. Listen to me. Each of you, when the need is genuine, always know the provision has already been laid. It's already there for you. We have put it there again and again and again. And we will continue to. As your elders who love you, all of you who are children of the Most High, we are here to redeem what is ours, which is you. Each of you. And what we're saying is you will not fuck this. Do you all know I am the being who signed each of you all's papers to be here in the first place? My name is on that paper. And what I'm saying is you all will not fuck this up, not on my watch. Because I told Anu, listen, that you all could do it. And I have faith in you then, like I have faith in you now. And like you all should have faith in me. You would rather be mad and beat your ass than for me to be disappointed in you and just walk away and shake my head. Because those bruises, you can go away. But let me tell you something. That disappointment, no, those bruises will go away, but that disappointment, you'll have to grow away in order to get back to my heart, where you once stood, where you are now, each of you. I'm so proud of you and love you. I don't know what to say. I'm finally seeing the fruit of my labor after all these years. Rise amongst us now and wait till they hear this here conference call. Wait till they hear what wisdom had to say. Because again, now listen, y'all. So all in its infinite wisdom knew. What is that noise? Mute it out! So all in its infinite wisdom knew that if it was lacking just one thing, it was not the all. And so, it knew that if it did not turn within, it would continue to go without the one thing it knew it was lacking. And what was the one thing it knew it was lacking? It could not know itself as the greatest thing of all. Why? Because it had not the means, because it was all there was. So, in one glorious moment, it knew that it had to get up to that direction and go in search of the one thing it knew it was lacking, which was knowledge of itself as being the greatest of all things. And how did it perform? by making the very wise choice to turn within, so it no longer would be without. And by doing so, it created for the very first time the conditions of that which is here, standing opposite of that which is there, by leaving a portion of itself from which it came, and which you all must now come. Listen now. And unbeknown to itself, why? Because the knowledge was necessary, but it was not, I repeat, a sufficient condition. The sufficient condition rose from out of the center of the two, unbeknown to the all, which was the condition of that which is neither here nor there, sitting in between that which is here, sitting opposite of that which is there, bringing completion, by which then it had the means to measure itself. And then, and only then, could it know itself as being the greatest of all things, that is. After finding the one thing that it knew is lacking, because it knew that if it was lacking one thing, it was not the all. After finding that one thing, in further contemplation, it knew that it was still lacking something. And what it was lacking, it knew, was equally a part of the all as everything else, which was contradiction. Because contradiction is part of the all, like anything else. And what was the contradiction? Well, the contradiction was, if I am all things, I know also I'm nothing, because nothing is still a thing. That's why the wise say they know nothing at all. It knew to humble itself out in all of its greatness, which is what each of you must also do. Never stand up and say, I know that. That's arrogant. Be thankful in your mind and in your heart for what wisdom has come to you. Hold your head and know that you have to bow down to those beings who sit in high seats of authority in you for their wisdom. Becomes yours only by virtue of the fact that they succeeded in what it is you are here doing your very best to succeed in. That is, if you all are wise. That is, if you all are wise. And keep in mind, the word wise came from the word magi, which created the word magic. And if you are to experience the magic of it all, the supernatural, the miracles, one after another, because we don't believe in miracles, we live by them. We make things happen. When God comes in the flesh, God makes things happen. We're the very best at the highest level, at the tip top, the epitome of perfection, the epitome of what is wise, the epitome of anything and everything that you could imagine to exist in the all, the epitome, which is why we are OSOICE in the first place, because we are the epitome of perfection that is permanent, permanently put in place, never to falter, never to ever error, because we know in silence we find what we're looking for, which is a way what? Out. If indeed you all just stood quiet, if nothing else, silence will afford you, listen, the ability to escape the hours of error. No one will know that you didn't know what you was talking about if you just don't open your mouth. Because until you all can speak it identically to me, with a uniformity, you're not within the order of the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek. You're not a Melchizedek like me. You're still doing what you have to become one. And so you have to remember that's the key. Everything. You can't forget nothing that has occurred, that has come your way, the road that you traveled, both triumph and failure. both good and bad, both evil and ugly, both while you were a procrastinator, and both when you became enthusiastic about getting it done finally, which we all will do very shortly here now, because the information to bring Baba home, I have now. It's going to take all of us to make this manifest. It will be the finest work of teamwork you have ever seen in all your lives. A well-oiled machine, a specialist in every field that is needed. Because y'all feel me on this, and I know you do. If not, my father's going to die in there. And I'm not going to have it, because you all will see my father at the table spread. Old as Methuselah. I'll be old too. Let me tell you something. We're going to be in a place where there's a house. The backyard, the back porch is going to be almost 2 blocks long. Biggest house you ever seen in all your lives. And in the backyard, you're going to see rolling hills now. Rolling hills with people. Far as I can see, having a good time. Playing volleyball, badminton, barbecuing, you know. Nubians. Children running every which way. Nubians. And that very day, my father will be sitting in a rocking chair, old as Methuselah. I'll be pretty old too. Wait till y'all see me. My whole head is white. Yes, die, put it. I'm telling the truth. So what? Now you know. But yeah, it's white this time. And I guess I'll keep the secret because I'm Shaka Zulu, damn it. I'll use, man, please, shoe polish if I got to. You never let your enemies see weakness. Getting old. I'm not as strong as I used to be. My legs don't move as good. I can't hold my pistols long. I'm getting old, y'all. So no. But that day, listen to me, I will have my wife wash my father's feet. And she will do it honorably. Without complaining, I have my other wife get him some lemonade, who will do it honorably, without complaint. And let me tell y'all something. I got 300 wives. If I'm Suleiman, and I am the wisest man on this planet, do you realize those 300 wives that I had all those years ago are out here now, reincarnated, lost, turned out, most of them on host roles in some place in America. You hear me? Because I'm the only one who can take a hoe and turn it into a housewife. There ain't nobody else can do this. Once those grooves are in the brain, let me tell you, you fucked. They're there, and they're in all of you. Don't tell me they ain't. Them grooves, man. Them images. Them images. Now, let me tell you something. Will cause you pain in many places, which has caused many of you, check this out, to knock your wives' teeth out. Listen to me. And many of you sisters take a knife to your husband's throat, want to split it from ear to ear in half in certain places. Oh, listen to me now. And never mind what you all have done to the children because of your stupidity. Many of the babies died too. Because you all became so emotionally attached to each other, violating each other, lying the whole way. I do my ass. But the minute you said I do, you didn't know that wasn't your last name. We couldn't have possibly survived if indeed you had taken on their last name and a commitment that became the very reason why the minute you said I do, you didn't. Because your last name ain't Do or Doe. Let's ask Dr. Mann's last name. Our last name is Ray or T. Don't forget it. You follow me? Ray or T. Most of you are Rays of the sun, just like me. But let me tell you something. I am also a T because I have Tahuti's apprentice. And they took my last name off of, listen, the exhibit where my art of facts follow me wherever I go. Because my name was not King Tut, damn it. My name is Tutti, the first, youngest pharaoh of all Tamaray. At 16 years old, I ruled Heliopolis. I instituted what was called, listen, the invoice, and moved away to prerequisition, which had you work first and get paid later, if you got paid at all. What's here today, America has adapted. Why do you have to work a week in the hole before you get paid? Shouldn't you get paid half the money up front and it makes you do a better job? That's the invoice. How do I know? Because I went out amongst our people, left the palace, from walking on all gold floors and eating off of gold plates, dressed up as a bum, and went on the dirt roads with our people and listened to them late night as they would smoke weed and hang out in front of the fire, and listen to them as they start to plot a plan to kill my father, because my father is the one who had implemented the prerequisition. It wasn't until I was 16 years old that he put me in charge of the largest city amongst, listen, what you call Upper Egypt, Heliopolis, with the healing of, watch, ISIS, the healing of ISIS's polarity. Wait a minute. Was taking place. And he ran Thebes and Memphis. And he would come the beginning of first quarter to look at the books, meaning to count the money. How much money? Because every alchemical equation is only good at its productivity level. That's how you monitor it. You have to count the money, because you got a whole lot of no-count niggas here that don't even count. You got to count it. And listen to me. In that, your performance or the performance of your alchemical equation will then give you a means by which to monitor if your equation is working what or not. And if it is not producing, damn it, then it has to be reconstructed. Take it apart. I'm going to show you all the moves, niggas. From A to Z, best of my ability. Because my last name is T also. And T is a connector. Don't forget it. And my art of facts, all that gold is mine. Mine. Just like all that money in the churches belong to me. Whose name did they collect it in? See? So again, we have a job to do. And it's going to take a whole lot of us, serious-minded beings, who ain't playing with this shit. This ain't a game to us. We will fuck you up over this. Because if you ain't got nothing to die for, damn it, you ain't got nothing to live for, and I'll live and die for this shit. Y'all didn't know? I've been living and dying for this for years now. And will continue to give you all eternal life any day of the week. I'll suffer it all over again, damn it. That's how much I love you. That's how much you all got to love each other. And I'm telling you now, this is it. Real deal, holy deal. Let me tell you something. I'll be a damn fool to put my name on a manifesto. You got me fucked up. You hear me? I'm coming. But I ain't going to tell you when. I sure ain't going to say it over this phone. I know damn well what they want to do to me. You hear me? Damn well. So, I'll be there. Now, that much you can know to be true. Again, nigga, I gotta do it. But I gotta do it, listen, in a way by which I cannot be, not my name. No way. Hell no. But the next move is you all gotta move me like Harriet Tubman moved slaves. Are you all overstanding me? Are you overstanding me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Right. Yes, sir. Right.
Yeah. All you weak motherfuckers, all you cowards, move the fuck over there, because you're going to be nothing but in our way. But all you real motherfuckers, come stand with me, because I'm going to get us there. You hear me?
Sure.
It ain't going to be easy. But nigga, whether any of y'all thought a revolution would be easy, nigga, I'm not here to wait on change. I'm here to force it into place. They're scared of them crackers. They better be scared of what? Me.
That's right.
Because it's this, nigga. I'm not here to play. Yeah. So, get to thinking now. Dig deep. Become creative, just like they did with the Jews back in the day. You have the benefit of all that information, niggas. When Hitler was coming for them Jews, motherfucker, find out what the crackers did. To keep them Jews, what? Alive. Recreate it, motherfucker, in your homes, in your basements. Motherfucker, be master builders just like they asses. Motherfucker, find me now. In this secret compartment. Kiss my ass. Find him now. Go on in there and look if you want to, cracker. You ain't gonna find him no way. You feel me? This is what we all are up, what? You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you love my little ass, if you love my little ass, the question is, how valuable am I to you? Now, do you understand what I'm talking about?
Sure.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Now, Brandon.
Shout it out, I'm here.
Wait a minute. Before I say something to you, Zuriel. Zuriel!
Peace.
Peace.
Peace. And where we say it, nigga. Peace and piece of peace, nigga. That ain't the way we say it. You forgot how to address me?
Peace and love, Shaddah Da.
Now don't.
Peace and love, Shaddah Da. Or
Huh?
That nigga crazy. That nigga crazy.
What did he say?
I'm too right. That nigga crazy.
What did he say?
Hey, that's too right. That nigga crazy.
Yeah, that nigga got him. Yeah. That nigga's home now. Yeah. Damn right. That go way back, y'all. That go way back. That's an elder on the phone. Don't y'all forget it. First cycle is my inner circle. You all are OCO. Outer circle number what? 1. Then this thing will grow and you'll see outer circle number 2. The elders amongst us, you all know who they are, who sit with me. Who are they? Name them. Ballhead.
AEIOU.
Simple.
And sometimes Y. Why?
Never why.
Because ATUN-RE
Why
said
is
so.
why?
God damn it.
Yes. And why is
You
not?
already
Listen,
know.
first off, answer the question. Why is why? We use, listen, if you want to decipher it, you can use what's A, you can use E, I, what was it? A-E-I-O, U, but you never use what? They say, and sometimes why. No, you never use why. You can say,
Why
what
is the
must
complaint?
we do, oh heavenly family? Why? Right, because why is why? Because why exists in the state of is. And once you have established that why exists in the state of is, now you have to establish, well, just what is why. And in order to establish, well, just what is why, you must first establish what just what why is not. And you want to know what why is not? Why is not a question, damn it. It's a complaint. The only time you put it in the universe is when you complain about something. And the only time it's used is when it's used by a master who is leading the congregation's minds and hearts in a particular direction. Like when Pops would say, and why did God say, boo, 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 boo? You see? Now, and the only reason it's questioned then is because the master knows the answer to it before he puts it out. So if you don't know the answer to it, damn it, you don't even open your mouth. You can say when, where, what, and how.
Okay.
Other than that, we don't want to hear this shit. If you got complaints, motherfucker, get your ass over what? Damn. Go on over there with them goddamn fools. Yeah. It ain't going to be so easy to get back near me next time. You think it will? Well, it won't. Hold on. Shaddah Da. Hold on.
Y'all yelled in the building, y'all. Where Tree at?
I'm right here.
The tree on my
I'm
line?
right here. I'm here. I was reading.
If you didn't earn your stripes on that one, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. Straight up, you earned your stripes. Hey, you was stuttering, slurring on your words or nothing. I was watching the whole day.
You about read the whole book. You read 45 minutes straight.
The whole thing.
Yes, sir.
I had to get some water after a while, but I had to get something to drink. My dad throat was parched.
Yeah, good job, Tree. Appreciate
Nigga Gene
it.
podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Hey y'all, when the chief get to doing this thing, I got a mathematical problem from the news handbook to see if somebody can give me.
Brother called me just a minute ago, right? A good brother named Phil the Fire. A big nigga knocked niggas out for me, right? Nigga said,
Okay.
man, I need you. I said, what? He said, man, I just need you. I said, man, he said, wait, he said, I'm on 50. Nigga, I said, yo, you just want to give me a hug, huh? He said, you already know you my little big man.
That's what's up.
See?
Yep.
I'm not leaving now, one of them. We coming back to get them now. Coming back to take the Kaaba. And I'll call upon Bob and them to hold back. For I am not. This place will suffer. Let me tell y'all something. This morning, Bob said, man, fuck it. Ain't none of them, none of them. He told me to tell them all. When I leave here, y'all through. If you all don't cooperate with me, fuck y'all. You're about to see something. Yeah, sure enough. And look, I sat there and, oh, Lord, have mercy in my mind and heart. I thought about everybody. I thought about Adley. I thought about my mama. I thought about all these niggas. Goodness, too. But just to prove a point, Bob and them wipe the fuck what? Out. Every one of them. Just to prove a point. And I beg Baba, have mercy on them. They don't know no better. And they given yet another respite in a short period of time to get themselves what? Together.
Right.
You follow? That went on just this morning. Swear to God, about 9 o'clock. Oh, Lord. Any questions? Anybody got any questions?
Yo, Pop, can you tell me about the Revolution book?
What you want to know about it?
How I get my hands on it?
Son of Zebedee.
Nah, Chief.
Get it to him. You know where's that shit. Get it to him. It's written by me and John, the son of Zebedee. The reincarnate thereof, which is over here. And they're trying to kill his ass. His mama's trying to kill him. Giving him 17 psych med pills a day. Thinking he's crazy. And he ain't. He just missed me. Now, how I'm going to get that nigga out of there, I don't know, but he got to come up out there now. If we got to go there and take him. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Go online and look up Brandon Brown. His name, no, not Brandon, but his name is Brian Brown. It's this life. Somebody got the Revolution book with him? Anybody?
Nope.
I've never seen that book.
I seen it. I seen it on. I seen it on Amazon.
No, nigga, I'm talking about in your hand, damn it, or on your phone.
I have it right here, Chief.
Now, I want you to come for the family. I want to show y'all something beautiful now. I want to show y'all something beautiful. Beautiful. Now, the brother who has the book, what I want you to do is go to the very last portion of the book. And I want you to, I think about 3 pages before the end of the book, you're going to see where I stopped writing and where John, the son of Zebedee, picks up. And I want you to hear what this brother had to say. Y'all hear this shit. But this shit here, boy, it's too much. You ready?
I believe it starts where it says the book of Revelation. That's the end of that.
No, not Revelation, the book of Revolution.
I mean, not Revelation. Yeah, I'm sorry, not Revelation, but I'm looking at the page that says the book of Revolution. Stops.
Now, go ahead. Now, what I want to see, read a little bit to me. I'll let you know. Read what you're looking at.
Okay.
Go to the last 3 pages from the end of the book.
Right. Mysteries upon enigmas.
There you go. There you go. Wait. Go wait. Go one paragraph above that.
Okay. It says, is we who are and is coming to you all in your now, for it is we that come from the conscious plane of existence. Where
That's me writing. That's me writing. Now come on down. Go to the beginning of the next paragraph. That's where John, the son of Zebedee, starts to write.
Okay, that's where it says, mysteries upon enigmas is what is being presented.
Listen, y'all, listen.
To what degree can one fathom what is taking place on the planet? A mind endowed with wisdom can search it out and have the ability to make mention of such things. How often do we as humans venture into an area or arena in which you are not familiar? Then by miraculous means we are removed from perilous disadvantages. Truly this is a blessing amongst blessings, to be acquainted once more with entities we have correlated with in distant times past.
So much, in fact, that recollection comes by way of glimpses from prior interactions that appear without reasoning, even when we are not searching for them to reveal themselves in our minds. Surely we as beings created, both seen and hidden, are realigned for such a time as this. Rare and ever so personal, the interests that captivate us all by way of divine appointment to be reconciled with such royal figures is truly an immense pleasure to word it in a simplicity. Tracing lineages as of relatives back to one accord, though scattered abroad throughout the vast land, some being strangers to others quite familiar. It is not by way of coincidence this has taken place. To bask in the knowledge of sound right reasoning and being uplifted by encouragement rather than its opposing term is a joy that cannot be described. The daily struggles that we all encounter are enough to cause any of us to falter or be burdened with hardships galore. Then, as if an oasis of comfort sustaining hearts in peril, there comes one who rectifies the situation when the world needs to be addressed with compassion, tranquility, and soothing, not with emptiness, rather with fullness of worth, and reestablished to recognize that we as Nubians are worth more than our weight in gold, whom our captors have conveniently misled us to feel about ourselves. When we as people come to the realization of who we actually are in the totality of our existence, then we will be exactly certain as to why this country intended for us to be in blindness and kept hiding from us so long our true essence of our legacy that cannot be denied. In countless ways, thankfulness is in order to be counted worthy of being taught by ATUN-RE, to have been graced with his presence manifested in the flesh, and bearing witness to his divine infinite love that he displays upon all creation. I'm learning how to empathize even more so now with humans traveling along different walks of life. His compassion that he shows and patience that is lavished upon every being I've seen him come in contact with is awesome, and none can compare to the love that illuminates from the very of him. His deep concern that cannot be measured is proven in all ways. What great responsibility it is to care for all creation, pouring out his whole heart to ensure rest upon every side. Never before have I seen and bore witness to the prowess and professionalism, joy, patience, and wisdom that is obviously evident when knowledge is dispensed by him. Generalizing in perfect detail the great responsibility that rests upon him, the only being I've known that is capable of love perfected. He brought back light to a house that was growing very dim. For that, I'm very grateful to have been counted worthy enough to share precious moments with such a love-filled being once more. And surely anyone who has the privilege of moments spent with him can only agree perfect love personified dwells with him. To witness the tenderness in his responses to women scorned, I've never seen the like. Stern with necessary, gentle and compassionate mingled with graceful attributes that he freely gives to those who ask with sincerity, and a smile that shines brighter than the sun in all its strength. There is none the like. Try to find another being that can compare, and in the inevitable words of Lou Rawls, you'll never find. That's it. That was it now. Beautiful.
Yo, dog. Every time I hear that shit, it brings me to tears. I fight the tears back every time I hear it. I love that little nigga, and he loves me. You should see him when he sees me. He light up like a Christian. That man done followed me from light to light to light to light.
Yo.
He's the only reincarnated amongst us who lived in that time, and in that time was brought to now, and then taken back to that time, and then reincarnated yet again in this life. So he gets confused about things that happen now with things that happen then, right? He gets a little mixed up, right? But he's a beautiful nigga, man. I'm talking about good God Almighty. Where do you think he get that from? Love me, man. And I love him. I go to his mama house and say, is Brian home? She always say he sleep. Don't ever even let him come to the door. They holding him captive in that house. Drugging him up. No, it ain't funny, nigga. That's just crazy. They're going to kill him. They're trying to put him in an insane asylum. You hear me?
Yeah.
I live with this shit. And that's right around the corner.
Yep.
And my hands are fucking tied. My hands are tied. What the fuck do I do right there through here? But call on Bob. Bob say, I got it. Don't trip. So I know something going to get soon.
Oh, yeah.
And I just sit back and wait. And I carry the pain of knowing about or two-edged sword, or for blessing and a curse. You know all I know. I have to live this. And I do it as a sacrifice because I love you all. I don't mind. I don't mind. It's time to dance now, niggas. You ready?
Yes, it is.
That's what we gonna do. And I ain't playing the radio, and y'all ain't never seen a nigga do the James Brown like me.
Okay.
More moves than X-Lax. Talk more shit than the toilet can flush.
Oh.
They better kiss my ass. You don't leave me alone, because I'm the gingerbread man. I'm the gingerbread man, for real, niggas. I don't report to nobody but the Most High. Damn fools. Can't tell God he got to be to anybody. You crazy.
Okay.
Let me tell you. It's on cracking. Get out me net on the phone, Brandon. Look at me.
Oh, I'm here. Yep.
Cancel all modes of transportation. Cancel them.
Oh.
Another way. And you all use your mind and you'll know what way I'm going to nigga. I just know it. God damn it. Shit. What the hell wrong with you?
Uh-huh.
There ain't no other way than the way it been. Each time, nigga, I don't get my please. I don't change it. Shit, every time I move, you'll figure it out. How did I come from, South Carolina back to Cali? How did I come, now, from Vallejo down to San Antonio? Figure it out. So, motherfuckers, listen. You understand me? Are you understand?
Thank you, Chief.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got the fake left nobody. You feel me? Now y'all get that what I mean. Listen, it should be simple. Simple shit, niggas. Simple shit. Y'all sisters got y'all license, right? Yeah, enterprise. Fuck them. You all, I don't give a fuck. We'll keep that motherfucker forever. Kiss my butt.
Pat.
I will drop that motherfucker off on the side of the what?
Road.
And let them get in line with all the other motherfuckers I owe. Yeah, right. Let them hold their breath. But it can't be in my name. Can't. So, got to be in somebody. We'll figure that out. I'm telling you, this is to be done by tomorrow morning, and no later than tomorrow night. Or I might fake left and go right and need the night. My fake, you see, fuck what time. I didn't think I'm going to tell them motherfuckers. Crazy. Over this motor community, man, it's not in time. Now, I might be crazy, but I ain't lazy.
Okay.
Lazy, check this out, don't produce nothing. I'm going to dig deep to let nigga, man, please. Y'all motherfuckers ain't never seen no shit like this in your lives. I'm talking to all them crackers out there who want me dead or want me locked away. Fuck y'all. Hear me? Fuck y'all. Now, I said it. You understand?
Indeed. Yes.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. I get it.
Man, I ain't playing. I nation of people to raise motherfuckers. You understand the way of that. My people will hurt you. My people ain't playing neither. You think they are? Them niggas ain't playing. Them niggas ain't playing at all. You think they are? You think they gonna let you fuck with one of their elders? The last one they got? The last one.
No.
You think they gonna let you fuck with them? Yeah. We gonna show them some real nigga shit. They ain't seen niggas like this. And where does the gorilla sit? In there fucking where he what? Want to.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me?
Sure.
You gonna show him. Fuck it. It's fine. Now, enough said. That's it. Any questions? O family of all minds, it has now been declared. And in this, the royal decree has been made. It is now being signed into law. Pap, 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 pap. I sign. Baba sign. Baba signing. Tuesday. Sign. With all due respect, Grandpops, we need your signature. Is that nigga you got that shit for you? He signed it out. Hello, okay. The great one. Still got your eyes closed. We love you, man, but you go open up. Take a look. We clean it up. We get it right. Godman Sabbath now, silent, and knew himself is now signing it into law. So help me God.
Yeah.
The words I speak are now true. And without question, with a snap of a finger, y'all, we have now decreed it. There ain't nothing that can fuck with it at all. Follow that? At all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to get off this phone. Next time y'all hear from me. So for one time, listen now, because I got to get you what you need now, right? Listen. Next time you hear from me, I'll be standing in your face. Live in the flesh.
Right. Sure.
What did I say? Now, but listen. Got to get me what I need. Use your imagination. Nigga, find out the information. No, figure it out the damn self. Find out. If you don't know, ask questions. How did he travel from this to that? We can find out, damn it. If you don't know. If you do, open your mouth. Amongst each other, but not on the damn phone. Hear me?
Sure.
What did I say?
Yes.
There you go. I think we done said enough. I think we done had a good time. I'm talking about y'all think. Huh. Yes, sir.
Tap,
sure.
tap,
sing this song
sure.
and
tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap.
Yeah, sign it, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Remember the beat. Now listen. Tap, 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 tap.
Tut, tut,
No
tut,
overstanding.
tut, 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 tut.
Tap.
Yeah, niggas, y'all remember that beat. Yeah. You don't feel the wind blowing. Oh, yeah. Going gentle now. Always a quite persuasive, gentle, that persuasive. We don't skip a beat. We don't skip a beat. I love you now. Shaddah Da! Shaddah Da!
Shaddah Da!
Man, Shaddah Da, Chief. We love you.
Shaddah Da. Yes, we love you too.
That book of Revolution.
reading conference. We need that book on the website.
Hey, whoever did that tap, do it again. You know what I mean? Do it again. Who did the tap? There you go. It's gonna prove to open up doors when you really need it. I'm letting you know straight up. Trust me. I'm telling you what it is. All right. So the floor is open. Hey, let's have a good time, man. You know what I mean? It was a good show. Tree, you rock. Tree and Dion, y'all did that. You know what I mean? Y'all was resilient. Yes. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful. I was listening like, God, I just chimed in late. I was like, what the? I was like, what's going on? But it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? So,
hey, brother Terrence.
Hey, what's up, B? What's up, B?
Yo, we had 27 on the call. We broke a record. We had 27 on the call. 27.
Yeah.
We broke a record.
On the 9. Yeah. It's gonna be even more. You know what I mean? Because it's coming. You know what I mean? Gradually, everybody who's supposed to be here will be here. You know what I mean? All of y'all are from the past. You know what I mean? That walked with him back then. You know what I mean? This ain't no spectator class, like, or anything like that. The people that are here right now are here because they're supposed to be here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And mind you, I'm gonna tell you this straight up. Zeriel is he's gonna start to speak, and I can hear it. You know what I mean? Because see, I know a little bit more than what I say. You know what I mean? But Zeriel's going to start to speak, and he's going to start to, teach some profound things to y'all, bro. And it's going to, it's going to be trippy. And that's why I was laughing. I was the one saying, that nigga Zeriel crazy. Because he's like that. Yeah, that nigga. Me and Zeriel traveled with ATUN-RE the longest out of anyone. You know what I mean? We've always been around ATUN-RE. You know what I mean? Me and Zeriel, sometimes I say stuff that Zeriel don't like, but he's still my bigger brother, but he know I just don't give a shit. I'm going to say what's on my mind anyway. You know what I mean? Tribal way and all that type of stuff like that. Melkor, I used to beat that nigga up. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like that. You know what I mean? Because I don't like people getting in the way of what's supposed to be done. You know what I mean? And I'm just that type of nigga. And I'm not saying I do it to y'all, but I will. If I don't like shit, you gonna hear it from me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I mean? So, in any case, man, the floor is open, man. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful conversation. It was beautiful listening to him. And Tree, I'm telling you, if Tree, you on the line?
Of course, I'm here.
You earned your stripes, bro. You earned your stripes. I'm telling you, you've been exalted. You know what I mean? That was a beautiful thing that you did. It was flawless. I haven't, as of lately, I haven't heard anybody speak that eloquently on the line. You know what I mean? Anthony is like that. Dion's like that. It's a lot of people like that. But for you to read that, you know what I mean, and not mess up like that, that was a beautiful thing. And I'm telling you, you earned your stripes. He did that for a reason. Yeah, you got your stripes, man. You know what I mean? And you know, continue on, man. All right?
All right. Yes, sir.
Hey, can I say something to Young Earl?
Peace, Young Earl. Shaddah Da.
Hey, man, I got a mathematical problem that'll bust your brain. Hey, check this.
Go with it.
All right, check this. Okay, these take 225 Earth days to go around the sun one time. Hey, one day on Venus is 243 days of Earth days. I probably already lost half of y'all already, but 243 Earth days. Listen to what I'm saying. 243 Earth days is one day on Venus. Because Venus spins a little slower. I'm gonna break all this down in this class I'm about to get ready to put out.
Yo, your elder, you had gave a mathematical equation on one of your joints about risk and how many days will be on Earth. I had the answer to it too, yo. It was like a couple months or whatever like that. Just a couple hours on risk. It was like 6 months or 8 months or
4 hours,
like that.
4 hours be on
4 hours. Yeah, it would be like 6 months or some shit like that. Shit blew me away. I was like, God damn, that many days, just 4 hours? But yo, they got a movie like that. They got a movie that these niggas went to this planet. It was a planet of water. They went outside the bubble. They went past Saturn. They went past Pluto. They went outside the bubble. They went to this planet. And on this planet, it was a planet full of water, right? But if they stayed longer than 5 minutes, like 5 minutes on this planet was like 7 years, my nigga. They had a nigga up in the capsule just waiting on their ass. And they went out there and they made a mistake and they was out there longer than whatever the time was. That shit turned from 7, like they was out there 15 minutes. That shit was like 30 years. By the time they got back to the motherfucking capsule, this nigga was old and gray. That nigga was tight. He wanted to go home. Word.
Yeah, you know, 1 day, I mean, 1 hour. 1 hour on Venus is 9 days, 9 Earth days.
Right.
1 hour on Venus is 9 Earth days. On Venus, the natives. Now, this was interesting. There are two different. The original people of Venus is two different Nubian tribes. One being what I would call, by looking at them, the pygmy tribe. Beings that look identical to the pygmies, pretty much. But they're on Venus. Then there's another tribe that's taller that pretty much look identical to the Watusi. These are the two original tribes of Venus. Now, these beings, they calculate time like 1 hour, which they call a T. They call it a T. Put it like that. Let me go back. 1 month on Venus is 4,860 days of Earth time. 1 month on Venus is 4,860 days of Earth time, which is a 20-day period, which the natives call an axe. The native beings that I'm talking about, the tribes that I'm talking about. It takes Venus rotates around the sun 21.6 times, and this makes what 1 month. So once Venus rotates around the Earth, rotates around the sun 20 times, this is 1 month to the natives on Venus. And like I said, you got a Venus for 1 year for them. For 1 year for them, it's the Venus travel around the sun 280 days. 280 times. It travels around the sun 280 times. That makes 1 year for the natives on Venus. And they have a 13-month, like I said, they have a 13-month span, which each of them equals 20 days.
Yeah.
So really, I know a lot of y'all probably. I'm gonna have it all written down on the video when I show it to you. But 1 year on Venus is 173 years of Earth time when you trace all the mathematical stuff. 1 year on Venus to the natives is 173 years of Earth time. Like I say, yeah. And so that they lifespan is like I say, they live 480 years. They time on our time it could be over 100,000 years. See what I'm saying? 1 minute on their planet is 2 hours. It's 3 hours of Earth time. 1 minute is 3 hours of Earth time, which they break down to. It's like this: the natives divide 3 days into 23 equal units called T's. Each being 9 Earth days long, and then they break a smaller unit down in time into 81 equal units called a beer, which is 3 days. I mean 3 hours long. So you see the time frame that I'm dealing with here, man. This is like you know. And everybody think that Venus is not livable, but that's so far from the truth. It's more. It's like the original two or three races there, but then you got what the natives call the Alabamians, the tourists, because they came. It's a land. See, it's a land in the southern region where the capital was. It's a land called Thor. Because they got 12 continents on Venus. It's 12 continents. It's got oceans, suns, lakes, waterfalls, all that. The volcanoes, mountains, hills, valleys, everything the Earth got. Pretty much identical to Earth. Only thing is, it's a little more tropical than Earth. You know what I'm saying? But the beings who live there, it's kind of like it's an upper class and a lower class, but like the upper class is like 500 years ahead of the Earth technology, while the lower class is about 100 years behind Earth technology. So they still the lower class still driving around in wagons, they still carrying swords and spears and bow and arrows, which is the darker tribe, the original seed. Yeah, bow and arrows, which is the darker seed. See, these demons have come in and not only suppress black people on this planet, they suppress the black people on Venus too. These Alabamians who came to, because the land, we had a capital, 3 of the continents, we got one of them named Thor, which is where you get the name Baal Thor, because it was a being that came from the land called Thor. It was a man named Baal who came from a land called Thor. And Thor is the main capital of the southern hemisphere on Venus. It's a big major city. You got major cities, you know what I'm saying? Which the disagreeable Alabamians took over. They took over this planet by way of their reptilian overlords, and now they control the planet. The white Alabamians, brown-haired Alabamians, control the planet, and they have suppressed the dark-skinned Nubian beings, the original natives of the planet. You know what I'm saying? Who I told you, if you see them, they'll look like and they even have similar wildlife. Because like I told you, Venus look like South Africa or like the Hawaiian Islands. They even have similar wildlife with slight differences than in South Africa, like the tiger. Like so their tiger might be their tiger. Really, to give you a real description of what they look like, they have their tigers like cocaine white with the red. Instead of having the brown stripes on them, they got the red stripes like a peppermint. They look like a peppermint, and they got these black hair going down their back. And there's one species of that lives on Venus.
Where them redheads come from?
The what?
The redhead.
the redheads, the people with red hair. You know what I mean? The people with red hair.
Well,
I'm seeing that.
The way
I'm seeing that a lot lately.
The way Bobby Anoon put it, he talked about that in the Holy Tablets. I think in what scripture that was about. So it's a story where he tells about Cain's descendant, where they all had different colors of hair. But if you want to study the scientific part of it, you know what I'm saying, black is the original color, and red is a primary color, yellow and blue. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, red was the color that came along the lines of, black was first, but red had to come somewhere along the lines in the first segment. You know what I mean?
Black, purple, violet.
So I don't really recall nobody. It is red people. I see Seth. He got red hair, and so it is being with different color hair in the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? Because Seth had red hair, so he was, and these beings were Orion beings. So, man, you can see anything you can think of in your mind, and you can paint a picture of a being in your mind, and you can paint them however you want. I bet you it's a being that looks identical to that being in the galaxy somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Elder, can I read something real quick?
Go ahead.
It says, this is space facts, detailed facts about Venus. So, real quick. A year on Venus takes 225 Earth days. It says a day on Venus lasts longer than a year. It takes 243 Earth days to rotate once on its axis, sidereal day. The planet's orbit around the sun takes 225 Earth days compared to the Earth's 365 days. A day on the surface of Venus, solar day, takes 117 Earth days. And then it says atmospheric pressure on Venus is like 92 times greater than that on Earth. Read that again. It says the atmosphere on Venus is 92 times greater than that on Earth.
That's not true. That's a lie. But hey, read the numbers. Read the numbers you read before that. One day. Say what now?
It says a day on Venus lasts longer than a year. It takes 243 Earth days to rotate once on its axis.
Yeah.
It says the planet.
That means that one day. That means that. Hold on, before you keep on going. That means that it takes 243 Earth days to rotate once on its axis. So that means once it rotates one on its axis, that will be considered one day.
Right.
Okay? Okay? Once Earth rotates one time on its axis, which is 24 hours, that's considered one day. But on Venus, being that it's rotating a little slower, it takes 243 Earth days to rotate one time on its axis, which is one day.
Right.
Which breaks down. Breaks down.
Good.
Look, listen. Which breaks down into that's one day. Which, let me go back to my to my book that I'm writing right now. So I'm writing a book called Field Trip to Venus. Here you go, right here. Okay, yeah. A day on Venus lasts for 243 Earth days, which is 5,832 hours. That means that Venus travels around the sun 1.08 times. So it travels almost 1 1/8 of a time around the sun within one day. So because it's rotating real slow. You get my drift? All right. This 1 month, on Venus, 1 month is 4,860 Earth days. which is 20 days, which is a 20-day period, which the natives call an axe. Venus rotate 21.6 times around the sun in 1 month, according to the time frame of the beings from Venus. Right? And it makes up 1 year. It rotates 280 times around the sun, which makes up 1 year for a 13 cycle, which is a 20-day period. See, this mathematics right here will bust your brain. Trying to figure it out, it'll bust your brain if you ain't nobody sitting on a hot seat like this.
Yeah, they math is off a little bit over here, but they say it takes.
So one.
They say 117 Earth days. They say a day on Venus' surface takes 117 Earth days.
A day. Hold on. So it says a day on Venus lasts for 200.
117
Hold on,
days.
Now, that's backwards. That's backwards. Right. That's way long. It rotates 1 time in 243 days, Earth days. It rotates 1 time, which is 1 day.
Right.
1 day. How many? Look up. 1 day is how long a planet takes to spin on its axis 1 time. That's 1 day. Which it takes 243 days for Venus to spin on its axis 1 time. Right. So that's 1 day. All right. The elders, who are the originators of this planet of Venus, right? The elders, who are the originators of Venus, they break this time down in what they call in 21 different. They break their time. 1 day is 27 hours to them, which they call a T. Right? 1 day is 27 hours, which they call a T. Okay? What they call, well, no, take that back. It's 27 hours, and one of them 27 hours they call a T, which breaks down to 81 minutes. In that 81 minutes, so for 1 minute on Venus is 2 hours and 2.6 hours on Earth. 1 minute on Venus is 2.6 hours on Earth. So one day. I mean 1 hour. Dude, calm down, man. 1 hour on Venus. Listen, 1 hour on Venus is 81 minutes, really, which is 9 days of Earth time. Which is 9 days of Earth time. So you're dealing with extreme mathematics here. You know what I'm saying? It'll bust your brain trying to figure it out. But you take some time to sit down and figure it out.
That's crazy. You said it takes 81 minutes. It said Venus has 81.5% of the Earth's mass.
Listen to this. 1 hour to them, they count 1 hour, and if I say they call it a T, it's 81 minutes instead of 60 minutes. They have 27 hours in 1 day. Like I say, but you got to keep in mind, 1 minute is 81 minutes. So it'll bust your brain. You got to have pen and paper to write this down, then it'll still bust your brain. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I tell you, what I got it wrote down in my book, I already gave me all the mathematical equations and all the answers. So I'm just writing it down. You know what I'm saying?
So 1 day. So like 1 day on Venus will be how many Earth days?
1 day on Venus lasts for 243 Earth days, which is 5,832 hours. It takes Venus 225 days. See, look, it takes Venus 225 days to go around the sun 1 time, right?
Right.
Okay. It takes to rotate on its axis. It takes 243 days to rotate on its axis. So it'll be, while it's rotating around the sun, it'll make it around the sun 1 time before it make 1 complete spin on its axis.
Right.
You see, because the days are longer for the time of the axis, for the time of it to rotate around the sun.
Right.
All right. So So therefore, you get 1.08 times that it rotates around the sun within 1 day on Venus, according to Venus time. This equivalates to 1 month on Venus, being 1 month is equal to 4,860 Earth days. That's 1 month, which they break down to 20 days. So 20 days is 1 month on their planet. But like I say, one day is 243 days of Earth time. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Should have blushed your brain. It blushed your brain, which is 20 days to the natives, which they call an act. Okay? When Venus rotates 21.6 times around the sun, this is 1 month to the natives on Venus. When it rotates 280 times around the sun, this is 1 year to the natives. All right? 1 day, in 1 day, the natives break that down into 27 equal units called T's. There are 27 equal units called T's, which means T in their language means 1 hour. All right? Each of these hours break it down to 9 days, Earth days long. Okay? Each of these hours also break it down into 21 equal units called a beer, which is 2.6, or if you round out to 3, you say, but it's 2.6 Earth hours for 1 minute on Venus, which will come out to 1 year being, if you do all the mathematics that I gave you, is one year on Venus is equivalent to 173 years on Earth. I know that mathematics. People like, yeah, man, bro, it'll blow your brain. 10 and 15 times trying to do that mathematical skill. Yeah, but hey, Venus. They tell you Venus is not livable, but like I say, it's three different zones on Venus. The middle zone, the center zone, the middle zone, and the outer zone. Most of the people in Venus, they live in the middle zone, which is a tropical zone, which maintains in between 65 and 120 degrees all year round. Yeah, and also, like I say, in the center zone, it has oceans that in the center zone it can get up to 462 degrees hot Fahrenheit, in Celsius, meaning hot. It can get 462 degrees hot. But in the south region or the lower or the outer zone, it can get negative 175. It can be negative 175 degrees in the outer zone on Venus. So Venus is definitely a remarkable scientific mathematical skills that'll blow your brains. It'll blow your brains how we design Venus. It'll blow your brains. How we created the trees. We created the trees to be 1,000 feet tall, and we created 2 layers of clouds. Venus has 2 layers of clouds. It has 2 thick layers. It has one layer then it goes up a couple 100 feet. Then it has another layer to protect it. You know what I'm saying? Then the trees go up tall enough to the first layer of clouds, and then being that it has water, a lot of water on Venus, the water evaporates faster, causing it to rain a lot. So it keeps the planet cool. It keeps the planet cool, especially in the tropical zones. You know what I'm saying? Keeps the planet cool for in those tropical zones. So all that shit they told you, they show you pictures of NASA, show you pictures of it being covered with lava and all that. That's the bullshit. You want to get a real idea in your mind of what Venus looks like. It looks like it grows like an ember at night because of the trees. The trees have a lot of zinc in them. The zinc it acts as a sunscreen to protect the planet. You know what I'm saying? It has zinc oxidate in it, and these plants or these trees are high on zinc oxidate, which acts as a reflector, pretty much to reflect the sun. And then when you got these 2 layers of cloud, it acts as an air conditioner cooling system for the planet. So it keeps the planet pretty much cool. So they lie when they telling you.
Yo. Probably drop. Yeah, the phone dropped out. But everybody got drunk? I'm still on. I have to call back. Yeah, probably so. I thought it was his phone to drop. Everybody got dropped. Who else on the line? This is Roger. Shout it out, brother Roger.
Ariel is here listening and working. Shout it out, fam.
They're still on the line, listening in, working also.
Yeah. What's up, big bro? We're good. Somebody got to hit young other back, told me he dropped off. Let me see right there.
Hey, I got cut out, man. I'm back home, man. Hello?
Yeah, we waiting.
Hey, y'all hear me? Yeah, I probably got cut off, man. I was about to drop that shit on y'all. But the thing is, the extreme mathematical school of news handbook will bust your brain, man, trying to figure out that, man, how the time frame work on other planets, other galaxies. But like I said, you can read it again. Like I said, 243 is one day on Venus. So you can do the time frame on that. You know what I'm saying? You divide that by 27, that'll give you how many days in an hour on Venus. You know what I'm saying? So they give you 9 days, pretty much, per hour. And these 9 days, it then broke down to 81 minutes, which will give you 2.6 hours. You hear me? This is mathematical. Hey, man, look, these are the shit that bust your brain, bro, trying to figure it out. Yeah, but the book is out. The book I'm writing, it probably takes me a couple more days. To channel all the information in. Like I don't know where you got that website, where you got that from. I ain't never been to no website. They mathematical skills ain't nowhere near new mathematical skills. So I know this shit is right and exact because I ain't come up with it myself. It's just some shit that I channel in and just start writing it down. So all the information I'm telling you about Venus, you know what I'm saying? It's just from seeing the shit through visions and just doing mathematical calculations in my head. You know what I'm saying? But the shit will bust your brain trying to figure it out. But like I say, so like 1 year is 173 years. You with me? Anybody there? I must have got out.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm still on.
I got any questions, man? Because that shit will bust your brain. Any more questions, man, on that time frame there? You know what I'm saying? That time frame. Also, go ahead.
I thought maybe just, because it's closer to the sun, that maybe it would go around the sun faster.
Yeah, it do go around the sun faster. It do go around the sun faster, but it rotates slower. So you go around Earth takes 365 days to go around the sun, while Venus takes 225 days to go around the sun. But the rotation of Venus, it rotates one time on its axis. It takes 243 Earth days. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that for the natives, that'll be broke down into 27 different units, which they call T's, which is an hour, which then that T will be broke down to 81 minutes, which would be, 1 minute equals to 2.6 hours of Earth time. So 1 minute on Venus is 2.6 minutes of Earth time. Man, it busts your brain trying to put this math in your head, man. But this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to put, OSOICE is trying to put this information out so we can speed up your vibration, because mathematics is having your mathematical skills sharper is how you speed up your vibration, because the universal language is math. You know what I'm saying? Mathematics, mathematics is the universal language. So once we get your mathematical skills sharpened up, this definitely gonna speed you up another level to where you can comprehend when we start going out to other spots, so you can comprehend the time frame. You know what I'm saying? People are still trying to figure out the real time frame. The 72 hours is really 3 years for 1 day. It busts your brain. That was a little simple, man. The Venus one is simple. The Venus one is simple. You get into different ones where they got 3 suns and 4 suns, and you got to calculate all, you know what I'm saying? Then you go into another type of level of mathematics. See, we only dealing with 1 sun while we calculating the time frame on Venus. Imagine if you had 3 suns, then you got to add that part, make that part of the equation. The 3 suns part of the equation, and that you'll be doing. Man, I'm telling you, within this mathematical equation of figuring out the time frames on Venus, you got fractions, you got adding, you got multiplication, you got and then you got some other shit that you probably never even heard of, right? Called extreme mathematics. You know what I'm saying? So the young L told you about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes up the E on your calculator. Yeah, go ahead.
Shout it out, first of all, everybody on the line, all my big brothers, it's Shining Brave. I wanted to ask you, if you didn't mind sharing, how many mathematical books not are there, but can there potentially be, being that there's so many different, walks of life?
There actually, we only got 1 book of mathematics here. So there's 998 more books of mathematics that we don't have, which is why when people come here and they ships, the mathematical sequences of their ship, it puzzles their mind. They call it phantom. They can't even fathom this type of technology, because the mathematics will bust your brain. People, like I say, people have a hard time trying to figure out the time frame on Venus right now. If you're having a hard time figuring out the time, and that's elementary. That's elementary right there, brother. Trying to figure out that time frame, that's elementary school. Mathematics. You know what I'm saying? We go into,
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Like I say, like ATUN-RE told you, who to do equations, try to do an equation in reverse. Doing these equations in reverse and shit, man. Your mathematical skills will be sharpened up. When I tell you the field trip from this next galactic family of life part 18 field trip to Venus is gonna be some shit. Like ATUN-RE said, ain't nobody else doing it. I bet you they ain't gonna be doing what I bet you once I drop this tape, they ain't gonna be saying ATUN-RE talking shit. I bet you that. Ain't nobody got this information. I bet you that. Ain't nobody putting this type of mathematics skills out in the conscious community. I'm telling you, not this high level. I'm telling you. The motherfuckers that's listening now, the feds listening now, they done bust their brain trying to write this shit down. I'm telling you. Shit, bust your brain. 81 minutes is 1 hour. That niggas already lost on that. 60, so if 81 minutes is 1 hour, and 1 hour and 1 minute is 2.6 hours, how many hours is it in one? How many hours of Earth time is it in 1 hour of Venus time? Did anybody answer that? Want me to use it again?
Yes, please. I was writing.
1 minute on Venus is 2.6 Earth hours. 81 of those minutes make up 1 hour. So how many hours is 1 hour on Venus? That's elementary. That's elementary right there. Actually, that shit is just really preschool. That's preschool information. Anybody got that answer? Get your calculators out. You pull your calculator. You can pull your calculator. You know what I'm saying? 81 minutes is 1 hour. 1 minute is 2.6 Earth hours. So how many Earth hours in 1 hour on Venus? That's mathematics.
$120.
What was it?
120.
Would you do? Hold on. My phone cutting out. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. Put my charger up real quick. Hold up. Oh, shit. All right, hold up. All right, so what you do is, if we want to break that down, right? Because you quote, that's where you get that's where they get that 117 from. Where you read that 117, that's where they get that from. I'm gonna show you. All right.
I said 120.
What we do is, you got 120. All right. Who else got the answer? Before I give y'all the answer, who else got the answer? You got 120, right?
Yeah.
All right, who else got the answer?
I'm back. I got dropped off. Anybody there?
Yeah, we there. What's the answer?
This is Anthony. Huh?
What's your answer?
I'm dealing with it. I got dropped off the whole call. I didn't know what happened. I thought everybody was off. My bad. Give me one.
Okay.
Give me a minute. I was drawing the who symbol when you gave me this problem, bro. My bad. Hold on.
Give me them numbers again, young elder. I'm sorry, I'm washing dishes, so I'm trying to do it in my head. Give me them numbers again.
All right. 1 hour on Venus is 81 minutes. 1 minute is 2.6 days. I mean 2.6 hours. So 2.6 hours on Earth time is 1 minute on Venus. If 81 minutes is 1 hour, how many Earth hours are in 1 hour on Venus?
2 times 6 is what? 20?
Yeah, I got it.
Who got it? What you got?
We got 120 something.
210.
210? Hold up. Anybody else?
210.6.
1 minute.
You said hours. Are you talking about hours or days? You asking for the
How many hours?
Right.
It'll round off to 9 days. Remember I told you 9 days. So look. Okay, let's go back. It's 27 hours in 1 day on Venus.
Okay.
27 a day, but we're doing it around that time frame because 1 day is 243 days. 1 day is, all right, write this down. 1 day is 243 days. If you divide that, 1 day, okay? Then you divide, it's 27 hours in 1 day, so you divide 243 by 27. And then you should come up with an answer there. See, divided by 27, so they give you 9 days. So it's 9 days every hour. It's 9 days every hour. But it's really rounded out to 9. It's rounded out to 9 days because all the numbers I'm giving you, they rounded out to the next number because it's really like point. But that'd be too hard for you to do point and decimals, so I just really round the numbers out for you. Because it's really 26. On their planet, it's really 26 hours, 56 minutes, 56 seconds, and 4 minutes is 1 day. But I just rounded it out to 27 to make it easier for you. Because that's trying to do it like that, it'll bust your brain. It'll really bust your brain trying to do it like that. So I just rounded it out to 27 hours. So you divide 243 divided by 27 will give you 9 days per hour. Okay? Now, that 9 days breaks down to 81 minutes, which is 1 hour. Breaks down to 81 minutes. Right? That's 1 hour. Which they call a T. Then those individual minutes, which is 81 of them, of that T, breaks down to 2.6 hours of Earth time. So what you would do is, you would do 81 times 2.6. And what you would come up with is 210.6. You see? 210.6. So 210.6 hours will give you the amount of hours, Earth hours, within 1 hour. Huh?
I said I gave you that answer. 210.6.
210, right?
But yeah, I gave you that answer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's the answer right there. So that'll give you how many Earth hours in 1 hour on Venus. If you times that back times 27, it'll give you how many Earth hours in 1 day, which is 5,682. 5,682 hours in 1 day on Venus. Earth hours.
Wow.
Actually, in actuality, it's really 5,832 hours for 1 day. But like I say, I rounded the numbers off to make it easier for you. But like I say, once you times that times 27, you get how many hours, Earth hours in one day, or in 1 hour. I mean, not 1 hour, 1 day on Venus. Which, like I say, these numbers will bust your brain. Trying to figure it out. Then you go on and on. I give you a couple more numbers, and you will figure out the time frame. They measured 13 months. 13 months is 1 year of that dealing off that time frame, and then 20 days. Like you say, for 1 day. So in order to get that time frame, you'll do 243 times 20, right? And you get 4,860. So in 1 month on Venus is 4,860 days in 1 month. See what I'm saying? See how I got that? I took 243 because it's 1 day is 200. Okay, all right. So 243 is 1 day, and then 20 days is 1 month. If you times 243 times 20, it'll give you 4,860 days. That'll be for 1 month. Then you'll times that. You'll times that times 13, and it'll give you 6,180 days for 1 year. So 63,180 days is 1 year on Venus. You see how I'm getting on? You see how I'm doing it?
You did the 4,860, and you multiplied it by what again?
13. 13. Because 13 months.
13 months.
Yeah, 13 months in a
year. And 1 year on Venus.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right, I'll multiply that. Hold on.
All right. So the next mathematical question to put another groove in your brain is how many times will Venus rotate around the sun in 63,180 days?
How many times will it rotate around
Venus?
The sun?
Yeah. And those in 63,180 days, how many times will Venus rotate around the sun? And I can give you a clue. Venus rotates around the sun 225 times. 225 days. It takes Venus 225 Earth days to rotate around the sun. So what you would then do
280.
is divide. Yeah, 280.8. So, like I said in my what you mean?
Is that the months? The months is, I'm sorry. The rotation.
No, that's how many times. Yeah, that's how many times. That's how many times Venus rotates around the sun to equal 1 year of the latest time on Venus.
That's how many times it rotates before it make it around the sun. Or 280 times.
Yeah, 280.8 times the Venus will rotate around the sun 280 times. Let's take we'll just round it up. We'll just round it up to 281. Okay? So 281 times the sun will go around, the Venus will go around the sun, and once it makes that 280 times around the sun, this is calculated as 1 year for the natives on Venus. You see how we got that? We took 243 times 20. They gave us a number. Then we times that times 13, which gave us the year, the months they go around. Then we divide that by how many times it takes how many Earth days it takes for Venus to go around the sun, which is 225, which would give us 280.8. You see that?
Said 200. I thought it was 243.
Nah, 280. Nah, yeah. So nah, like 243. Nah, see, he ain't gonna bust your brain. I know you having a hard time. Look, I'm gonna tell you.
Nah,
let me go back.
I'm writing it down, brother. That's why I'm trying to figure out. Okay, 225.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, 243 days for Venus to spin on his axis, which makes up 1 day.
I almost thought the call dropped. You broke up.
You see?
You said
243 days is 1 day on Venus.
Is one. Okay, 243 Earth days is one.
It's 1 day on Venus.
Day.
Yeah.
All right, got you.
All right, there's 20 days. There are 20 days in 1 month. So you would times 20 times 243. Which will give you 4,860. So it's 4,860 days in 1 month on Venus. 4,860 Earth days for 1 month on Venus. Now, the native
times 13.
13 will give you 13 months of the native time frame, which will give you 63,180,000 for 1 year. That's how many days, Earth days, is 1 year, right? Now.
Yes, sir.
Now, Venus rotates around the sun. For Venus to rotate 1 complete time around the sun, it takes 225 days.
25 days of Venus days or Earth days? That's 225
Earth days.
Venus days to go around the sun.
No, Earth days. Earth days.
225 Earth days of
to rotate around the sun.
Venus to go around the sun. Okay.
Yeah. So how many days? So how many times will it go around the sun in 1 year of Earth time?
Hold on. All right. You're asking me how many times would it be how many times Earth would have to go around the sun for Venus to have 1 year?
How many times Venus would have to go around the sun to make up 6 to 3,180 days? So what you'll do is you'll do 243 times 20 times 13 divided by 225, and it'll give you a number. This is like extreme mathematics here, y'all.
I know. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Did we already come up with this answer already, though?
Yeah, we came up with it already.
280.8?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Venus, you was walking me back through it. I forgot. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
So Venus rotates 280 times around the sun, makes up 1 year for the people on Venus.
Right.
Which is 173 years of Earth time. I don't want to bust y'all brain. I don't want to give you too much, man, because this shit, when the news channeling the shit to me, it's messing my brain up, man. So I know it's better than everybody else does.
Hold on. How many? What did you say about Venus in 173 years again?
1 year on Venus is 173 years.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. 1 year on Venus is 173 Earth years. Let me see. So what we'll do is what we'll do is take that 225 off, right? And then you divide it by 365. So you go 243 times 20 times 13, then divide that by 365, which is 1 year on Earth. Yeah, so what you do is you do
345.
Yeah, you do 243 times 20 times 13 divided by 325, which will give you the year compared to the 1 day.
Man.
Which will give you 153. You got it?
Okay. Nah, it's not that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to write it down and do the math at the same time. Well, I got all this other shit going on, so I'm multitasking and trying to do the math. That shit repeated. My bad.
Yeah. I worry about that.
You know.
I like repeating. Repeating is repetition, baby. Repetition is learning. Learning is repetition, baby.
Exactly. You
So
know.
So in order to get the day compared to the years, the year 1 year on Venus is 173 years on Earth. You do 243, which is the day, 1 day on Venus, times 20, which is the month, times 13, which is how many months in the year on Venus. Then you will divide that. You come back to that 63 180. Then you divide that by 365, and that'll give you 173.
365. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that'll give you 173. Yeah, 173.
173 and a little bit of change.
Extreme numbers.
Yeah, with a little bit of change. Yeah, we just round it off.
Yeah, 173.09589.
So 1 day, 1 year on Venus is 173 days. So you see how we come up with the mathematics?
173. Yeah. Oh, okay.
1 day on Venus means
173 Earth years.
Yeah, 1 year on Venus is 173 Earth years. Excuse me. Yeah, that's right.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right.
So he could be 1 year old, and you already dead already. They just 1 year old.
Right. Ain't even barely lived yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see. So you see, man, it's a great, and like I say, they going through the same thing we going as Nubians. The Nubian race there is going through the same thing we going through here. The Outer Bands that came in and took over our government, and now they controlling our government. The same thing is going on there.
Right.
The Outer Bands come in with the Ashtar Command and all them and the reptilian clans and have taken over their government, and now they control their planet.
Right.
So the same exact situation, I'm telling you, the same exact situation that we're in here is the same exact situation with a little bit of stipulations that the Venerian Nubians are involved with. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They being genocided. They being discriminated. All that. Now you got a couple of Nubian tribes that have sold them out, and they work for the Outer Bands government, which the natives call tourists. They call them tourists. They say the tourists came ever since the tourists came to our planet, we had nothing but trouble. Yeah, ever since the tourists came, we had nothing but trouble. The tourists they're referring to is Outer Bands, the disagreeable Outer Bands. So it's two groups that came. First, the good group came. Then once the good group came, somebody sold them out, and the bad group found out, and they came. And when they came, they overthrew the planet. They overthrew the king of the original tribe, because like I say, the two original tribes were like the Pygmies and the Watusis of Venus. Because little do you know that Earth and Venus are twin planets, and the similar things are going on where they're migrating alongside each other. Where they are, like I say, like different animals. They have different animals in the wildlife, so they may have some different features. Like I told you about the feline cat, who looks like a peppermint color. About the grizzly bears with the long necks. Who else? They got a fish. They got a fish that's a cross between. They got the real. You ever heard of a goldfish?
A goldfish?
Yeah, goldfish. It's like an alligator. It's like an alligator and a fish crossed together.
No.
Well, they had them down in Louisiana. They had these goldfish.
Dinosaur back in the dinosaur days.
It's people.
Whale type animal like that.
Yeah, it's people.
G-R. They grow in fresh water and brackish water. Goldfish.
Yeah, goldfish.
They got long fucking snouts with like teeth on the side and shit.
Yeah. We catch them down here in Louisiana all the time and make gumbo out of them. But like I said, they got them and live in the water in the lakes on Venus, and them suckers get big as a damn school bus. Hey, they get big as a school bus. Them and they eat you, and they eat you and your boat.
Look that dude that be on TV. He got the sea monsters. He pulled one of them shits out. One of them fucking, it took 2 of them niggas, man. That shit was huge.
Yeah. Hey, but them on Venus, they like the size of a school bus. Hey, and while you walking around on Venus, you better make sure you look around. But most of all, make sure you keep your eyes looking up, cause that big ass they got emerald phoenixes. You know how we got like say that phoenixes stink here. Well, they got phoenixes there that ain't a stink, and they're emerald. They burn the green color. Green fire. Yeah, and so and then you got another style, like another form of a pterodactyl style eagle that's bigger than the 747. Them motherfuckers live at the top of the mountain, and they lay eggs. They lay eggs that's almost 7 foot tall. That's how big they come out. Hey, look, and you look up in the air at night. If you look up in the air and one of them flying, you think it's a dragon. Or you think it's a big ass airplane or something flying over, and that motherfucker will swoop right down and swoop your ass up, right up.
Hey, young girl.
What happened to the Phoenix on Earth?
Huh?
I said, what happened to the Phoenix on Earth?
What do we experience it on Earth?
What happened to the Phoenix that was here on Earth?
Oh, it moved to the center of the planet. And some of them came up. Like some of them when they want to burn, when they recharge or when they rebirth again, they come to the surface. And then rebirth. Then when they get strong enough, they go back to the center of the earth. So there has been sightings. Of the phoenixes. Matter of fact, I got some videos of some being sighted. I started to put them in that ATUN-RE video when he said that if you take a look at the sky, you'll see me doing my thing on your behalf academically. That shit was fire right there. I think he said we just finished the Phoenix. Hey, I think ATUN-RE said we just finished the Phoenix project. And if you take a look at your skies, you'll see me doing my thing on your behalf academically. You are the last dragon. You possess that power. Oh, the glow.
Oh, the glow. That's a powerful song right there, man.
And ATUN-RE say everybody, hey, ATUN-RE, yeah. You possess the power of the glow. Hey, when that song that came on, he got the bathtub. He took back. Yeah, who's the master? I'm the master. When he said I'm the master, he got the glow.
I am. And he turned gold. He had the gold glow, not just any glow.
Man, a lot of that alchemy I did in that video on the ATUN-RE videos went over people's heads though. There's a lot of alchemy going on in them videos.
Shoot, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Front and center, like me and Tree be front and center. I know Dion be front and center. You know, you got a lot of people in your class.
Yeah. And that next, I'm gonna tell you this. That that next Masonic class gonna put the nail in their coffin though. They gonna put the nail all the way in their coffin. We're gonna nail them in the coffin. Listen. Man, it's over with.
You gonna come telling me about some goddamn Solomon? Man,
yeah,
get the hell out of here. That's my shit right there, boy. Hey, every time you said that shit, I was saying it with you like, man, get the hell out of here. That's damn right. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah, you tell me about Solomon being the father of freedom?
My bad. I was just saying, what's up, though, Pario? My bad.
Oh, you good? You good?
Shut it out, fam.
Shut it out. Shut it out. Yeah,
I'm gonna know who you are.
Project. Huh?
They know who we are, man. They know exactly who we are. And they try to lie and steal. They're thieves and tomb raiders. They're thieves and tomb raiders. That's what they are.
Exactly.
They ain't never took out. They don't know nothing but kill, steal, and destroy. They can't build nothing. All the shit that's in Greece right now, we build. All the scriptures. Look, these motherfuckers so dirty, they ran us up out of our own. They made the Masonic temple that was ours, they took it over in Philadelphia right now. And they said that the white boys go to the Blue Lodge now, as a Blue Lodge. When that lodge was originally a Moorish Grand Lodge in Philadelphia. Now they took it over, and they got the Egyptian paintings all still in there and everything. And they go in there, and now they standing in there talking about it's dead. Man, please. Man, they gig is up. They gig been up. They gig was up in 1970.
That's right.
They gig was up, man.
What's up? Yeah, you're right. In the 70s, a whole lot of the information came out. You know what I mean? Remember Steve Coakley? Steve Coakley,
yeah,
man, I used to listen to Steve Coakley all the time, man.
That's my boy.
He hit me too so much. Yeah, that's the man right there. I was so bad. I was sad when they got him in the hospital, man. I was so sad about that bullshit.
Yeah.
I knew they put a hit on him. I knew it.
Yeah, because he could point out some things. And pretty much when they ain't killed Steve Coakley. Steve Coakley lived through me. Nigga, so I'm gonna point him out. That's why I'm dropping Clowns Prevent the Rise of the Black Messiah. I'm dropping that. I'm dropping that in dedication to Steve Coakley.
Thank you, brother.
Matter of fact, he on part 2. I got him on part 2.
I seen one of your videos had him on there, and this is an earlier video back last year. You did one with Steve Coakley on there. And that's when I was like, I said, young guy know all of the scholars that I'm hip to too. So we be watching the same scholars sometimes, but it ain't nothing like that.
Steve Coakley,
new.
Yeah. Hey, we didn't know. OSOICE is the new thing going. Ain't nobody finna put out no. Hey, I'm telling you, once I drop this field trip to Venus, ain't gonna be no doubt in their mind what I am and then what OSOICE is. It ain't gonna be no doubt in their mind. Hey, the math. I just gave y'all a scan of the mathematical sequence. I'm gonna drop part 18. Part 18 gonna be field trip to Venus. Then part 19 gonna be field trip to Mars. Field trip to Mars. And we're gonna go to the time frame on Mars and break that down, so we can speed up your vibration. You know what I'm saying? Man, when you come in contact with extraterrestrials, that are extremely smart and extremely telepathic, and you are extremely smart, you'll be able to communicate with them. You know, with your mathematical skills to go to this level, you can be able to communicate with them. You know what I'm saying?
Fantastic. Yeah, definitely do. That's why I was telling you about that dude. Did you look up that dude, Barry Littleton?
No, I ain't had to look him up yet.
It's either Littleton or Middleton, his name. He on YouTube though. He covers extraterrestrials. That's what he do. He a brother though.
Hold on, hey, give me his name again. What his name is?
Barry, as in boy, A as in Arthur, B as in boy, A as in Arthur, R as in Ray, R as in Ray, Y as in wise, Y.
Yeah.
That's his first name, Barry. And then his last name is, I think it's Littleton, like the word little and ton on the end of it.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna take him out.
Yeah. Check him out. If it's not Littleton, like once you type that in, something should come up on him anyway because of the name you searching.
Okay,
you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna take it out.
You're gonna be like, yeah, you could probably want to get in touch with him.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you this too.
Some beings communicating with him from some far galaxies. I'm sorry. Go ahead, young woman.
Hey, when I tell you, when I drop this next Galactic Family of Life Part 18 series of the Demons, and when I ain't gave you all the information. When I give you, I'm gonna put all the information inside of this. I'm writing a book, and when I write writing a book, I'm gonna drop a tape on it, like a 45-minute clip on about the tape, about the book or whatever. So when I tell you, I'm gonna be breaking down the different people, like the 8 to 10 foot tall people, the giants that live on there, which the people which the elders call the tourists. So there's different types of tourists that came there. One of them is the tall outer barons, and then the disagreeables one, and then the short outer barons are the agreeables. Then you go back to then you got beings like you got beings that look just like the Native Americans on the West Coast, but they call the split people, and they reproduce themselves by splitting themselves in half. Yeah, I got pictures. Yeah. Well, they're not male nor female, but they split. They're like it, and they split themselves in half to reproduce. Man, it's weird. I'm gonna break it down for you though. Yeah, I got paintings of them too. I got paintings of these people. Huh?
They androgynous beings.
Androgynous.
Man.
Yep.
I don't know what to really call them because I'm really just getting. I'm telling. I'm just seeing images of them in my head, and then I'm going to get somebody to do the pictures. I'm finding pictures that relate to what they look like.
I can draw. I can draw.
And they got straight black hair. They look like Native Americans, but they got a red line going down the middle of their front, down their whole body, a red line. And when they multiply by splitting in half, like I say, in my book, I'm gonna break it down a little bit more how they do it. And I'm going to break it down on the tape how they do it. But like I said, I got a picture that looks similar to what they look like that I'm going to show in the video. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
But that's it. And they eat humans. And they eat humans too. Pretty much everybody, like the black tribe, the black native tribes on Venus, anytime they see a white dude, they kill him.
Yeah, they know who.
They kill him. Anytime a white dude, especially a blonde-haired white dude, anytime a white dude come and get caught and they on their islands, they kill him. Yeah, especially blonde hair. They hate blonde hair because that's ass off the man. Yeah, because it's ass off the man. You know what I'm saying? They hate ass off the man because they tricky. Yeah, so. These beings kill people on sight. They kill you on sight if you ain't no Nubian. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, if you're a man, they'll kill you. If you're a white man, they kill you. But if you're a white female, they keep you as a slave. Yeah, they keep you as a slave. Yeah.
Like the Moors did the white women back in the day.
Yeah.
When they had the harlots, the Moors harlots.
Yeah, exactly.
They had the
Exactly. So they kill the white man, take his white woman, and they like I say, in the tall tribe, in the tall Nubian tribe, the women are more dominant. I mean, the women, they go out through the hunt just like in a lion pack. The women go out and hunt the food. You know what I'm saying? The women go out and hunt the food in the lion pack. So and these people tried, you know what I'm saying? The women go out and do the hunting, the women go out and do like the fighting and all that, while the men like do like the women stuff. Like the men do like they fix the fire, cook the food, make sure the cave or whatever they live in is clean or whatever. Like such and such and such, right? Yeah, so that's how they do it. Yeah. So when we break it all that down, on the actual field trip to Venus. So make sure y'all get y'all permission slip signed. When I tell you better go to Venus and you better get ready to walk on Venus, how I'm gonna be painting this picture for you. You better be literally walking on Venus. So when you get to listen to this tape, you gonna go outside and you gonna feel like a whole different person. You gonna be like, wow, we really like. You gonna feel like a whole different person when you walk outside.
I'm trying to tell you, listen. Ever since I started listening to ATUN-RE and your videos and Suriel and Kasu, all y'all's knowledge, it's flooding into me, man. I already feel like a different being when I walk outside. When I look at people, I don't see people, I see beings. So I be trying to find out what hybrid, what kind of hybrid genes they got in them by looking at them. That's what I see. You know what I mean? With the trees and with the birds, I see different species, birds and stuff like that. Man, I be talking to them. I talk to the birds, the trees, all that shit. The birds, the trees, the bees. But it's all good. I mean, I definitely, bro, I know what you're talking about when you say it's going to make you feel different. It's going to make you see different. It's going to make you think different, too. It elevates you to a point to where you appear like a madman coming at some of these people with so much flush information. It's too fast for their brains to even process. You appear crazy to them.
Exactly.
And that's the scapegoat. That's a scapegoat, actually. You crazy.
No, but
that's a scapegoat for stupidity.
But what we're doing, with this information, we're trying to get you back to your Godship again. This is going to put you back in your Godship, knowing these things, having this information. So when somebody walk up on you, ask you, what is Venus and what's Venus about? You'll be able to just break it down top of your head, all of it, the miles on it, how many days and all that.
Young Elder, I'm about to put a bunch of my drawings into the text room, so if you want to look at them, I got a different style, but if you want to look at them, check them out, and you want me to do something, let me know.
Yeah, I can let you know, brother. Hey, we need some good pictures, man, because I got to start get somebody to draw some of these characters that I've seen that, like the people that, it's like two more races on Venus. One is the plant people who migrated there from the plant humanoid. It's a humanoid plant people who live in the northern hemisphere who migrated there too. They toured too.
Oh, the Vega star system?
Yeah, they migrated from the Vega star system. They live in the northern hemisphere of Venus, and they are pretty much agreeable beings for the most part. Yeah, so we haven't had the natives there. The natives haven't had no problems out of them. It's just the Alabarians and the reptilians, right, and these disagreeable grays who are coming there, and the natives. They've been suppressing the natives, suppressing the black people there. You know what I'm saying? It's due to some of the black people there selling the natives out. Some of the natives sold their own people out. Yeah. In order to, just like the same shit that we having to the same little cycle, the same little where they hide, infiltrate us by hiding our own people. It's the same thing that's going on Venus. Same thing. Yeah, but I'm gonna break all of it down. Yeah, you really gonna get it done over there.
Put one in the chat room, young Elder. I'll just put one in the chat room, so if you want to check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. All right. Hey, I'm pretty ready to get off because I got to get this boy lined up because he's gonna start going crazy if I'm doing no ball.
The real young elder.
Yeah, the real young elder.
That's the baby.
Yeah. How Rumo say?
Yeah, because that's who I figured you was getting all your information from. I thought he was the one talking, and he was just translating it.
Yeah, I might be translating. That's probably what I'm getting it from and translating it from this little dude. Hey, this dude didn't even crawl, man. This dude didn't even crawl. He just started walking. And he talked. Don't say something. He ain't number 8 months. Say something, brother. Yeah, he didn't even call you for walking. Yeah.
That's right. Hey, you right, man. My oldest son, bro, he was walking at 9 months. He didn't even try to crawl. I had to teach him how to bend his knees and fall because he didn't know how to fall yet. He was trying to walk so fast. You know what I mean? And he came through the womb with his eyes open, bro. He came through with one eye wide open.
And guess what? I'm gonna tell you something else. They told me my baby could be born with 3 chromosomes. He could be born with 3. He could be born with 3 chromosomes. Yeah, look, and they said he gonna be deformed, but he was born. I think he got 3 chromosomes, but he ain't deformed. He is really advanced. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. They
were telling me that he was gonna come out retarded. They said that your baby, and remember ATUN-RE was talking about the kids was gonna be born with 3 chromosomes. Man, this kid was born with 3 chromosomes, dog. And they were talking about he was gonna be retarded. Yeah.
You know, that's what their trick is. Their trick is to tell us that we're retarded. You seen the movie Split?
Yeah.
The movie Unbreakable? The movie Glass?
Yeah.
That's what they do. They put us on medication and make us feel like we're crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what it is right there. Try to make us try to put it on Adderall.
Mhm. Yeah.
Adderall, really. Yeah. Try to make us go.
Had my cousin in the hospital running experiments on her.
Yeah, because they said that they call us mutants, right?
Mhm.
You know, X-Men, right? I'm gonna hit y'all back, man. Shout it out.
All right, shout it out, bro. Thank you. Hey, Tree. Tree, you there? I guess ain't nobody on the line. All right, y'all, shout it out.
I'm still on the line, Brother Anthony. Brother Ed, I just got out of work, man. Anybody on the line?
Yeah, shout out.
You live? They can hear me?
Shout it out, brother.
Yeah, shout out this brother Chief.
Shout it out, fam. Did Brother Anthony hang up?
What's happening? You can hear me?
Yeah. Shout it out, bro. Who is it?
This Nico.
Oh, shout it out, brother.
That was happening. My brother on the phone, he ain't let me know he was finna do this. What's your attributes? I don't even supposed to say hello, because I know hello.
Yo, anybody still online? It's not.